gonna steal all side, ride me, baby. I ain't never gonna stop. Come on now, baby. Ride me straight to the top. Yeah, straight to the top.
All right. Bad ideas, good stories. Number 17.
17.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we're back.
All right, and we're back.
The late night episode.
Yeah, it's
Later than usual.
We usually do this in the middle of the afternoon, but I'm going camping. So, yeah, we're
So we're
doing
not.
it in the evening the night before.
Yeah.
the evening the night
I'm
before.
down
So if we
with
start
that. I'm
fading,
down to clown.
yeah, down to clown.
Faded.
If we start fading, you'll understand. You know, I took a little bit of pre-workout. Dusty's got his Timmy's.
I got coffee
so-
on the go, and I
yeah.
smoked 2 massive joints.
See, yeah,
before
but
we
you
started.
know,
It's not gonna keep me up, but it keeps me in the proper zone. Yeah, right. If I
just
don't,
decompress. Yeah.
I'm gonna kill everybody.
So you had a late night last night.
Yep, it was a late one.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I did my first ever stand-up set. Just went and did an open mic and
Where
at the Capitol Music Theater there, and I think it was, I don't know if they may have done stand-up there previously, but I know for this outfit it was kind of their first go, and I think they want to make it a bi-weekly, every
very
2
good.
weeks. Is that right?
Mr. Cuthand there?
Mr. Cuthand was one of the MCs. Yeah,
Mr. Cox there, Brian Cox, I think his name is. Bald guy?
Yep. He was there. Yes, he was. Yeah, because he had a bit about his last name. That's right. And that's the same gentleman who was beaten as a gang initiation.
Yes, he was jumped by his house down by the exhibition. Yeah,
He definitely. That's part of his bit. I was like, that's a tough way to get some fucking material, man. You know, like.
Well, I don't think he went out seeking it.
And then he talked a little bit about cancer, like how he had it, and I was like, fuck, this is fun.
Yeah, he's
real
a friend of
fun time
mine's
having it.
dad. His daughter's like an old school punk rocker from town.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, and her name's Jenna, and it's very cool. Yeah, I've known her forever, and she's like, my dad's a comedian. I'm like, that's a thing?
Yeah, I guess
Really?
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I was actually the only one who was their first time. Everybody else had all kind of had acts by the sounds of it. Like everybody
They had a
I
full
knew that
bit.
had heard them. They all knew them, you know, and they'd seen them doing other bits or whatever. And there was a couple guys from out of town, from Toronto, I believe. And yeah, it was fun. It was I like the atmosphere because it's not like a pay show. You know what I mean? We're like, hey, we're here to see comedians. You know, like be respectful. Like, I mean, everybody's doing
You don't
a live
have
show.
to be
You should.
respectful.
But like, man, some of these dudes were getting fucking pissed about like noise, and like specifically our table for a little bit was like really drawn because there was a table of bastards kind of in the middle there that showed up. Then there was us off to the side with the rest of my band, and then Celeste and a couple of her friends, and full fucking volume. So yeah,
We don't give a fuck about you. We're waiting for our friend.
Yeah, right. And so maybe there's a little bit of that, so it was a little rowdier, you know, because it's a bar and people are drinking and talking and all that shit. And there was actually one point where somebody at another table got up and was like, "Hey, you guys got to keep it down. We're trying to watch the show." I'm like, "Holy fuck!" In my mind, I'm like, because I'm fucking used to being in punk rock bands. You're in a bar full of people and you can't keep their attention. That's on you, bud. If you're not more entertaining than the fucking conversation happened at the table, that's on you, bud.
You're going to be the hooligan comedian
Fuck,
that
I don't give
shows
a
up.
fuck, man. that's a funner vibe for me, honestly, because and
Rowdy
I
is.
get it. Like if you're there, like you paid to go to a theater and everybody's sitting down, you got your seating and shit. Absolutely. If somebody's talking the whole time for something you just paid for and you want that show, fucking get pissed off, right? But this is a free open mic. You get what you fucking get, and like. You're gonna get upset because the crowd isn't paying attention to you, man. I can't imagine what would happen if you had to go wrong in a bad room. Then, like, this is where you fix shit like that, right? Like,
guess,
that's where
yeah.
I got better as like a front man for a fucking band. Was the shows where the crowd sucked, or where there wasn't one, where you're playing to the staff and you're like, I still have to make this entertaining for the next 45 fucking minutes, or I'm gonna want to kill myself afterwards.
That's funny.
So it makes you better because it's easy when the crowd's into it. It's
Yeah.
easy when they're already around. It's kind of even easy if they hate you, because if they're like not vibing with you, yeah, fuck these guys. At least you can work with that. You got
You gotta
something,
fuck
right?
you back,
By
you know?
yourself in an empty room of people like wiping down tables. You gotta pull some shit out and try some stuff, and it makes you better. I think doing. Like, again, I'm not talking about fucking stand up like I've been doing this shit for years, but I have been in a band for fucking, I don't know, man, 10 fucking 12 years, whatever, of going and playing shows and shit. And like, yeah, I feel like it's a very similar kind of vibe, at least in that setting. And that's what you have to do.
I don't know. When I was playing in bands a lot, I was still kind of an antisocial asshole. I'm still an antisocial asshole. I remember one time we weren't getting paid. I think it was opening for Dagglo Abortions, and the crowd was actually pretty cool because I called out the owner of the bar. I'm like, I think we're getting a pitcher of beer for this set. Woo! If you feel like giving us some drinks, feel like giving us some drinks, you know. And so legitimately, he's like, "You're never playing here again." I'm like, I wasn't planning on it, buddy. You know, like really. But thanks for all the free drinks. Yeah, exactly. I know how much a pitcher of beer costs to you. You know, you're really. We've been playing for a long time in Saskatoon, and you're just going to be like, oh, here you go. You know, the openers get nothing, and the headliner gets everything because they're someone's. But half the draw is from the openers. You know, that's
small shows like that, absolutely.
They bring their friends.
We went on tour one time with this band from Regina, and they'd booked a bunch of the shows for it, and like we were the only ones on the bill for lots of this. So we'd be in Thunder Bay or something, and it's us and this band from Regina who nobody's heard of either of us outside of our own little areas, right? And I'm like, you can't do that. Like, you can't just expect people are going to show up at a bar on
without
a Sunday
a draw
night to come see two out-of-town bands. They have no idea even what the genre is, let alone what the fuck they sound like.
Yeah.
And you gotta have a local band so they can go, oh, maybe they sound like them, or maybe at least they kind of make sense to be with those guys, and then I kind of know what I'm getting into. You know, until everybody's hearing your shit all over the place.
Unless it was like fucking 80s and people were just getting into this thing called punk rock, and they would show up to anything that came to town.
Sure. Yeah,
right?
when people
like,
are ravenous for music. And I mean, that happens too, right? In some fucking rinky. I remember we played this little pizza shop outside Brandon. I can't remember what town it was. It wasn't even Brandon, I don't think. It was like a smaller one in Manitoba. And we played this little fucking pizza shop that, like, they didn't have a stage or anything set up. They just would push the tables out of the way. And it was super fucking fun show. And
garage venues, like basement venues.
That was on the same trip, actually, because I was like, yeah, cool, nobody else local. But then we had fun anyways.
See, I had that conversation with my brother. My brother and I, we played in bands a lot together, and I started playing music as a vocalist when I was 16 years old, and so I'm 45 now, so 30 years being in the scene to some degree. In your 30s, when they're still trying to give you a pitcher of beer for showing up, like you're a bunch of fucking teenagers, and like your band is tight as fuck because you've been playing a long time, yeah, no, that's not going to cut it anymore. And so my brother's bands, he's played in, you know, like Lavagoat and Savage Henry, and like he's in Grand Lodge now.
Grand Lodge. Go fucking check out Grand Lodge
on Bandcamp.
Yep, get on that shit right now.
So yeah, these guys are now adults. And they have real jobs, and to be able to tour, they take time off their real jobs, their paying jobs, to go do this thing. So if they're not going to get paid for doing it, or at least get decent lodging, don't give them, like, you know, here's a living room carpet and we're playing in, you know, buddy's basement. You know, that might work to some degree if I guess they're actually going to get paid, but like, yeah, they're not 17-year-old fuck the world punk rockers. They're 45-year-old men now that are like, you know, I took 2 weeks off getting paid to come do this. So
ate up all my vacation time to come have you fucking throw beer at me and not pay me.
Exactly. It's not like just saying fuck it, I'll get another dishwashing gig.
Yeah.
You know, you got like a fucking doctor in that band, a tattoo artist. I don't know who else is playing with them right now, but either way, they're all legitimate individuals with grown-up lives. Don't treat them like fucking children. Anyways, I dial back on that one.
Hit an open nerve.
Oh, man, punk rock is the most underrated fucking bullshit, you know? People think that they could take you for granted because you're, like, anti-capitalist or anti-society.
right.
And like, oh, cool, so I don't have to give you anything, but I can make money for my bar selling all this booze and getting the cover
the bar
charge.
makes as much as if it's an indie band or a fucking hip-hop group or whatever, right?
It's not like you're doing the 250 drafts, you know? Like, you're still charging your
Well, it's
$5,
interesting you
$6.
mentioned that, too, now, because, like, even the one bar I worked in here in town that, like, lots of live fucking music at, now that you're mentioning it, I do remember hip hop acts in the same venue negotiating much more vigorously as to what was going to be paid.
Well, that's it. That hip
Didn't matter
hop's
what
based
level
off
they
of
were at. Well, yeah,
economy,
right?
making money,
and it was
right?
Similar sized crowds, maybe some of the same people. You know what I mean? But one's making sure they get paid, and the other one's going, okay, cool, I guess this is how it works, right? We
Or
pay our dues.
metal gigs, you know, for some reason, because punks are anti-society or anti-capitalist, people, venues, promoters seem to think that they could take advantage of them. You know, oh, you're non-capitalist, I don't have to fucking pay you. Oh, this metal band, they better get their guarantee. Oh, fucking hip-hop, it's about money. They're not showing up, and if they don't get paid, they're dragging you out to your ATM.
Yeah.
We're going to jack you for what?
Shit.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I think, it's kind of a weird one.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I kind of went on
A weird one?
a weird one. Punk rock versus all this other stuff. It's interesting. I went down the rabbit hole last night. I get weird dreams sometimes. I wake up at weird hours, usually between 3 and 4 a.m. So, and I can't fall back asleep for like 2 or 3 hours. So I usually hit YouTube and I check out old music I haven't listened to forever, watch some videos, go down that rabbit hole. Ended up watching GBH and Oi Polloi and all these old punk bands, and Exploited, and then Made in England. And then I went into my old Oi stuff, like Oi and street punk stuff. And I was listening to all these old, like, real roots, street level, like, hooligan anthems, working class anthems of, like, usually the UK bands, but also American Oi. But what was it called? What are those guys? The New Firm Casuals kept popping up.
Old Firm Casuals.
Old Firm. Well, I call them the New Firm.
Yeah. It's a new, yeah.
The Old Firm Casuals.
Yep.
And just to be clear about Old Firm, like, the firms were like the hooligan support clubs of every football team, and casuals are what happened after the hooligans kind of started fading out and skinheads started fading out, and they started wearing what they call casual clothing, like, kind of like track suits and, like, more brand name kind of fancy stuff, sweater vests and stuff like that. And I don't trust people with lots of money from California that are playing, English street rock. It really.
To be fair,
it
though,
grinds
I
my
feel
gears,
like
man.
That's Lars Fredrickson you're having an issue with. I feel like.
Well, no, I'm the entire scene.
Because, like, I mean, to be fair, I mean, he used to play with the UK Subs also when.
Okay.
They were which we once played with the UK Subs. No big deal.
Just a second.
Yeah, no big deal. But yeah, no, I agree with you that it's ironic. You know what I mean? And, like, so the one time that I did see the Old Firm Casuals was in Vegas, and Rancid was also headlining that weekend. So Lars is in both bands, so of course he was doing it. So
did he charge his hair for one set and then get a vest on and then take it off and put a sweater vest on?
What's funny was the only difference, honestly, because he still had the same pants on both nights, was that he'd grabbed a brand new Rancid T-shirt from the merch table and just like put it on when he came on stage to come do the Rancid set. But he was like being himself kind of over with the other one, which is a tiny Mexican biker bar.
Well, that's what I kind of wonder about. Like, which is himself? Like, is it the super clean cut casual guy, working class dude who's just got some tattoos and he's like very prim proper with the nice brand name clothes and the tight haircut? Or is it the fucking charged with the leopard print and like the spikes and the patches? Which one are you really?
Well, I think honestly, you get to be them all if you want to, right? Like, what's the fashion that's in? I was really into fucking rockabilly and psychobilly for a while. Just your Necromantics T-shirt.
Yeah. Well, that's just it. I'll listen to everything.
And like, I had a fucking what I considered a mopop or a pompahawk. You know what I mean? So not a full blown pompadour, but like not really a full blown mohawk, and fucking rolling up the cuffs all the time and shit. That was my jam for a while. And I mean, the fucking wearing Adidas track pants and this fucking sweater I cut the sleeves off of.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We're getting older.
You know what I mean? Yeah, things change, right? You do what you want. And like, and actually, like Lars Fredrickson is somebody who I've often, because I'm a huge fucking fan, love his music. I think he can do no wrong as far as musically goes because I just enjoy his shit.
Even the new OICDC?
Fucking what?
Their riffs are AC/DC, man. You just gotta go, yeah!
Well, yeah, it's all fucking rock and roll, right? And that's what they're doing. He's like, anyways. But I feel like he's somebody who's like, he was hooking up, I think, with Pink for a while. Like he's lived in the same thing with Tim Armstrong, right?
Hooking up?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
and
okay. Like not jamming. And
no. And living in these worlds with pop stars and shit like that. But like, they didn't start there. You know what I mean? And if you write really catchy fucking songs and then everybody starts to like them and then you become the popular thing of that genre, I don't know how to fucking blame.
Is it still
that,
authentic street rock?
But here's the thing, though, right, man?
Or
like,
is it street-inspired rock and roll?
But what's different from when they started, right? Like, you can argue their perspective and shit has changed, but that's how they started. Those were street punk gigs. Tim Armstrong still rides a fucking bus, man. You know what I mean? Like, so just to get money and then say like, oh, well, they changed. Well, I guess we all kind of fucking
first
would.
off,
but to continue to write the music that appealed to you to begin with. I'm sorry, I keep talking over top.
No, it's good.
But I'm saying, like, I feel like then that's the core of you, right? If it continued to change and all of a sudden they were a totally different beast altogether, like AFI is a good example of this.
See, I always kind of didn't trust Rancid. I liked their music. Don't get me wrong. I liked a lot of good. I still like a lot of Rancid, and I liked a lot of. Lars Fredrickson and the Bastards. And I do like Old Firm Casuals. Musically, they sound great. Now, I really question about the street authenticity of California rockers, dude. Like,
yeah, sure.
There's this guy, Dan Smith. I think he's a tattoo guy. He was on Kat Von D's tattoo show, which ruined the industry, in my opinion. he's in another casuals band, you know, and I'm like, fuck, you guys are pretty as fuck, you know, and like you guys are like street rocker, you know, and I'm like, but you're not. You're not. You're living in California doing the rock star lifestyle. You're in the Kat Von D and the
art's still
fucking.
valid, right? Is this
depends.
you know,
'Cause this is
is
the
this
other
the
thing.
issue with the artist and then the art is invalid? You know what I mean?
Well, it
if
meant-
you heard a new Old Firm Casual song and you didn't know who it was and you're like, oh, this is dope, and then all of a sudden you found it was them, would you then you'd be like, oh, well, it's not valid anymore?
This is I think what it really boils down to. So if I read a book and it's like this is a true story,
Sure.
and then it turns out that it was never a true story. It was an
that-
embellished
is that
story
that
based
Chris
on.
Kyle? Is that what you were talking about?
Who?
The American Sniper guy?
Oh no, I'm not familiar with that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a good example of that.
Yeah,
this is
and
a
then
true
it
story.
turns
We're
out-
gonna make a movie about it, and he's a piece of shit and a liar. Anyway,
Yeah, stolen valor. Well, that's stolen valor. It's like, man, or like, is this legitimate? You know, because you were never in a football firm, you were never a casual, you were never from the UK. As a matter of fact, that entire scene kind of like died out before.
No, but that's the same slope and standard as you perform gangster rap, but you've never shot anybody.
Well, yes,
You know what
100%.
though?
I agree
But
with
it's an
that same
art,
principle,
right? These are artists. Many of these people,
If they're
look at
saying
like a
this is
Kendrick,
just
like a
poetry.
Kendrick Lamar, for example. That dude seems like a soft goddamn soul. You know what I mean? When you hear his shit and you're like, oh, okay, and he's from as gangster a fucking hip hop background as it comes.
Well, then
and
it's like-
so to me, like a lot of times, because again, think about even the people we know in our own social circle that are into punk rock and shit, but are the actual artists, the actual legendary fucking guitar players and bass players and drummers and can put shit together. They're not the fucking gnarly ones causing shit. They're still part of the scene. They still exist there, but they're the fucking artists of it.
But I guess if you're writing a song just like Ice Cube or Dr. Dre writing gangster rap after Eazy-E died, when Eazy-E was the fucking gangster in that group.
More news about that came out recently. I think it
Oh.
was him where they were talking about that he had the massive amount. No, it wasn't Easy. It was what's his name from Run DMC just passed away.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
Fuck,
with
no,
it.
you know what? Let's cut all this out. I can't remember who the fuck I'm talking about right now, but I just remember somebody who I was like, oh man, I recognize that name as somebody massive from hip hop, and they were just caught up in like this huge amount of like cocaine smuggling and
Oh,
shit. And I
that's-
was like, man, that's some gangster shit, yeah. I wish I fucking knew who it was, so I didn't sound like such an asshole right now.
There's a great documentary called Rap Sheet, and it's about I think it's the FBI. It could or it could just be a bunch of different cities in the U.S. that have a big binder of hip hop artists and all of the suspected criminal activity that they're involved in.
Yep.
But then there's also other groups that were involved with huge, drug marketing or drug trafficking, drug distribution networks, right? So some of that's
and like
legitimate.
so like with that sorry fucking slam that thing, that was nice. So like yeah, exactly. So like with that exact genre of music, that gangster rap, it did come really from people who were doing that, right? Or at least were
Sometimes.
attached to it. You know what I
Well,
mean? They were,
some
they were
of them.
close enough that they could fucking say, no, it was I was in the room when it happened, shit like that. And sorry, and I
it
and
was
I
the
so
voice
I-
of the street at one
Yes,
time.
but it was sometimes the literal voice of I shot this guy on 37th or
yes.
5th or whatever, right? And
as opposed to street adjacent.
yeah, exactly. And so I guess there's some validity to be like analyzing that, but then it gets to be again like most everybody else like, well, this is art. I'm not really saying I'm doing this stuff. I'm singing about it. I'm not really murdering people.
But in the hip hop scene, there's that term, keeping it real. And if you're not keeping it real, you're fronting like you're something you're not. And if hip hop can talk about it, why doesn't fucking punk rock?
Yeah. Oh no,
You
fair
know?
enough. I feel like that's been an ongoing argument with punk since it fucking existed, because it was well, which one was first, and then which one was best, and which one's valid, and did you get your shit at the mall, and then all those fucking diluted, and well, how pop punk are you? Because that's not even punk anymore. That's just pop. That's just pop.
Popular
music.
music, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
right. Yeah, like so it's. Yeah, and I feel like that's been constantly going on with that.
Well, in the hardcore scene, one of my favorite bands, actually a few of them, obviously Agnostic Front and Cro-Mags, like these guys were street level dudes that grew up in like Brooklyn and the Bronx, in the Lower East Side, New York City, that had to deal with, like, if you read Harley Flanagan from the Cro-Mag, his book, he's like, man, I'm walking down the street and I've got Puerto Rican gang members trying to hit me in the head with bricks because I'm the white kid in the neighborhood. So it's kind of like when they wrote songs like Survival of This in the Streets and like trying to hold your shit down and being that the birth of like the tough guy street level hardcore, they were authentically that thing.
Well, and that's a genre where you couldn't fake being a tough guy in a lot of that.
In New York
because
City, like,
you were in the crowd. They were violent. You were violent. Everybody kicking and punching each other, and
and
that
in
was
the hip hop scene,
yeah.
they got this thing called show and prove. You know, if you're gonna say it, put your money where your mouth is, right?
Yeah.
But then what ended up happening is everybody's like, okay, so hardcore's got to be tough, right? So I'm gonna be the tough guy, hardcore, and like they started doing this stuff, and like so maybe there was a generation when guys figured they needed to be mean. And they needed to be tough, and they wrote these songs about kicking ass, and you know I'm gonna put you down, and all this stuff.
Kicking
and
ass and sucking dick, like
right?
we all
Yeah,
do.
right. Yeah, leather bar corner, you know, hardcore. But then actually there was another generation that came after that where it became a parody of itself, where like these dudes they just wanted to be gangster rappers, and then gangs started forming out of this stuff, or it like the gangster rap attitude of that. Tough
Which is
guy
more of this
shit.
outlaw culture emulation, right?
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
see it and you want to wear it and you want to be like it, and
So-
it's a weird cycle because you see it in like everything culture-wise that has an outlaw aspect to it. Those same kind of cycles. Because I don't know how many times we've talked about that kind of stuff, and I keep hearing the same stuff out of us. But like we're talking about punk one time, and then it's tattoos, and then it's cars, or there's and I'm like, okay, it's all kind of the same.
It's a
fucking
regular
thing, right?
theme. There's this interconnected
Yeah.
corporatization of outlaw culture, right?
Sure.
And-
Well, but I think like all of these things start legitimately, right? And
If
then
they do.
eventually,
If they do.
fair enough. But I think just like the excellent parts of them, a lot of times start to get co-opted, right? Whatever's interesting or fun or sexy about it, that's what people try to take advantage of or like take out of it, right?
There's this hardcore band, Icepick. They only put out, it's Jamie Jasta from Hatebreed and Danny Diablo from Scarhead. He's one of the DMS crew from New York City. And this Icepick song, or this one of my favorite Icepick songs, Real, recognizes
Fucking
Real.
excellent bad name, by the way.
Oh man,
Icepick.
they are about as pure badass, tough hardcore as you're gonna find for that, like the more contemporary sound as
Sure,
opposed to
yeah.
the OG sound. And Real recognizes Real because and that actually that song has a whole bunch of like OG New York hardcore vocalists that come in to do like a few lines
Oh,
all
really?
through
That's
this
cool.
song. And but that's the
It's like
thing.
We Are the World, but like for old guys who are like, oh, I was never really a skinhead.
Well, these guys were, right? And that's kind of the thing. So, for example, okay, Cro-Mags, when we talk about skinhead culture, right? Cro-Mags were hardcore, so they were kind of the crossover of punk and hardcore. But Harley Flanagan went to Ireland, and he learned about skinhead culture when he was a kid. And then he came back to New York City, and he's like, hey, man, this is who we should be. And so he brought that like European skinhead culture over, and instead of doing that anthem sing along in the background, like we walk through the night with our heads held high, with like 15 guys singing it, instead it's all like yo yo yo, like that gang vocals.
Yeah.
And that was the birth of at least the East Coast skinhead kind of interjection into New York City. So when those guys are like, they brought that skinhead culture, they're legitimate to some degree. Now, it really makes me wonder how much this stuff filters by the time it hits the other coast, when it hits California, And so you got
Hey,
like...
but that's kind of the beauty of any of this kind of counterculture sort of shit, man. If you want to see it like in its purest form and stuff, like you have to exist in it. You can't wait until the magazine comes out showing you how to do it, or like you said, it gets across
YouTube.
the water, or it gets from one coast to the other, because then it becomes a different thing by then. And even people are going, man, you don't know how it was back when it was, like those were the days.
If you want to learn about blues, go back to the old guys with one guitar who've actually been through a lot of fucking suffering, guys like Son House that are telling you, like, this is where the blues came from.
We're talking stumps, missing teeth,
Well,
eye patches.
My father got out of slavery. My grandfather, I'm still being beaten for civil rights, that kind of shit, right? And then you carry that over to which was like the slave haulers and the chain gang songs, where like these guys created a sound to get through the day, to get through this horrible work, right? And that's where the blues came from. And if you don't get it, you don't get it. And so when people are like, "Oh, you like the White Stripes?" Like, no, I don't. If I'm going to listen to blues, I want to listen to something with soul. And if you remove the soul for corporate profit, is it really there? I don't care how great you sound. Some of the most talented contemporary,
I just think it's
bluesmen-
interesting though that like that you're taking such a hard line on.
Oh, it's
this,
not a
you know
hard
what I
line.
mean?
That's
Like,
just I
you know,
wonder
no, because I just it's like if you didn't know any of the backstory to any of this art. You know what I mean? If you just appreciated on its face value of what it was when it was put out, it'd be hard to make a lot of those differences, right?
to a degree. some stuff, and maybe this is crossing over into woo. Some
okay.
stuff I feel like
Fair enough.
these guys
You
are
feel like you
fucking
can feel the
authentic.
authentic- yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
there's
yeah.
a feeling behind
Yeah.
this.
Well,
and-
you know what? And I agree with you on that because there's lots of like bands I listen to that I've never heard of before. But as soon as I start hearing them, I'm like, this just doesn't seem authentic to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never looked into their background to see further about whatever my version of authenticity means, I guess. But I do know that feeling.
My brother's turned me on to a few bands. I'm like, okay, so this band's pretty good. This band's pretty good, and then I'll go listen to like old, like let's go to the metal scene, right? Because there's a new resurgence of like thrash metal. You got bands like Municipal Waste, and
That's exactly what I was thinking of as soon as you
yeah,
said that.
Power Trip, rest in peace. The singer just passed away from Power Trip, but like there's been a lot of really good like up and coming thrash metal, but you could tell the guys that were rooted in like the original like thrash metal stuff like Sepultura or the old school stuff. But then there's this when it starts crossing over and meshing too much with all this other stuff, that strain gets diluted. The pure strain.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know what? And I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I see it lots in the stuff I listen to, where all of a sudden there'll be snippets of these other little genres leaking into it that I'm like, I don't like that. I don't want that here.
all of a sudden there's a rap verse.
That's what I'm saying. You get some shit like that creeping in there, but then sometimes you get some beauties. Like one of my favorites is Mariachi El Bronx, which I fucking love the Bronx. If you guys don't know about the Bronx and you like really like good new school kind of fucking punk rocky kind of hardcore, they're fucking awesome, and they have a full-blown like mariachi set that they do because they all grew up in LA and like were around mariachi music and shit. So then it's the band plus other legitimate mariachi band members, and they've fucking done 3 or 4 albums I think now as the mariachi one, and some of them were covers, and then they were doing originals, and like it's it's like legit fucking mariachi music, and it's beautiful and pleasant and fun to listen
They're
to.
bastardizing the style.
No, it seems like it's someone who again grew up in it, even though they're not of that culture. They grew up in it. You know what I mean? And it's like them doing it is like a love song to that genre. Is how I feel. You know, like
a true
put into it.
homage.
They wear the outfits and shit, and it's not a gag. It's not a gimmick. They take it as seriously as they do. But they're a fun band, so like they're having fun. But I remember maybe the first time I saw Mariachi El Bronx, I was just waiting to see, it was like Letterman or some shit was on. I was like, well, I wonder who the music act's going to be tonight, because I don't give a fuck about the show. And it's like, Mariachi El Bronx. I'm like, well, that can't be. So I had to wait and watch the whole fucking show, because I'm like, well, there's no way that's who it's going to be. And they just destroyed. And like, it was, if you didn't know that these guys were all in a fucking hardcore punk band, you'd be like, oh, this is this sweet mariachi band that must travel around, this is the only thing they do.
Interesting.
And yeah, I mean, mariachi music wasn't really on my radar or shit that I'm like, oh, I better go get that album.
Yeah.
But now
I like
it is.
some of it.
Now it is. Well, it wasn't for me because it just wasn't something I was listening to, but because these guys brought it into my world by already being something I loved, I was like, oh, fuck, okay, I'll check it out. And
Me
I
mostly
greatly
because
enjoyed it.
Antonio Banderas is so sexy. That's it. But
Yeah,
I thought I
man.
liked mariachi music, and I realized it's only the Desperado soundtrack. That's it. Like, I know this song. I love this song. It's like, it's on that soundtrack.
Yeah, no, I
That's
just
it.
like Antonio Banderas. Actually, you know what's a great movie with Antonio Banderas is Play It to the Bone.
Oh, okay.
Him and I want to say it's Woody Harrelson play like two aging boxers, and they're gonna kind of come back and have this
Yeah,
fight.
I've seen that one, yeah.
And there was one of the best fucking lines I remember in there. That was something like, "Yeah, you can build 1,000 bridges, but you suck one cock, and no one remembers you as a bridge builder." I was like, I don't know if that was the first time anybody said that, but I remember hearing that the first time
It's
in that
kinda
movie
true.
and
Yeah.
thinking like, that's some funny shit, man.
Yeah. Nobody remembers you as a bridge builder. There's a time and place. Nowadays,
Yeah.
they're obligated to remember the bridges.
Yeah. Hey, you got to remember it all. God damn it! Remember the whole picture. So I did stand up the other night. Now that we're coming back full circle on this.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
it was fun, man. It was a good experience, and I was nervous, but I didn't feel uncomfortable, which is a good thing for me.
You have a
'Cause
bit worked out, a full set? Or
It's
is it just
well,
kind of
yeah,
like-
okay. So I didn't really know I was going to be doing it for sure Saturday. I just kind of knew it was coming up, and then throughout the week as I was driving for work, I got a couple little bits out of like stories that I have that I've told a million fucking times, and I'm like, oh, that shit's funny. And so I knew I had one that was about 5 minutes, because I didn't know how long we were going to be up there. I don't know how any of this shit works. It was my first time, you know. But yeah, no, I had this bit about nicknames and shit from when I was in high school and whatnot, and it's very fun. It's a fun little time. Got some laughs in there, and a few at some other people's expense too, so that was nice, because I didn't do like crowd work, but like there was one of the other comedians was up earlier, and he had a bit about fucking an older woman and stuff, and so I tried to give him some pointers when I got up there.
Just like her.
No, it was I wanted to be the dummy for him. He was this cute little kid. He was only like 19 or 20 years old, like kind of a fucking little stud muffin, and he had this like palm tree fucking blouse on. And that was enough for me to be like, well, you know, man, if you're having trouble with old pussy, I'm a 37-year-old pussy. You can take me out back and finger me and learn everything you need to know. If that's what you got to do, buddy.
I'll be your personal cougar.
Yeah, right. I'll be your Sherpa. Be your Sherpa to Old Tang. and in his story, he's like, oh man, she was like 10 years older than me. I'm like, was it 29?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. I handle these old women. I'm like, fuck, you better smarten up, kid. You might not live to an age to find out what an old woman is. You keep talking like that.
Oh man, I was like 26 years old, and I told a woman she had great legs for a 40-year-old. It was a bad move.
As she rain blows down upon you. Yeah.
No, just emotionally.
Yeah.
I knew I fucked up as soon as it came out of my mouth.
Just like slow motion leaving your mouth, hey?
Yeah.
For a 40-year-old.
Yeah, it's one of those moments. As soon as it leaves, you're like, that just happened.
Asshole.
Like, how do you catch them and shove them back in there? You know?
Man. Hey, if we could only literally eat our words.
Yeah.
Right, Pat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd only be. Never mind. I'm not gonna comment on my weight right now. I'm sensitive about it.
Eat words instead of weight.
You know what? I'm trying not to be sensitive about it though. I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I can weigh where the fuck I want as long as I can do the things I want to do. I'm just not doing the things I want to do, so it's gonna be a problem.
Well,
Fuck.
like I kind of touched on it last week. Me and my buddies, a few buddies, are working on a recovery program. We were coming up with, I think we're going with Dragon Slayer Recovery, and it's an alternative to the whole 12-step give your faith to God, pray away your weakness kind of model. Our whole deal is that our power's been stolen by whatever we're using as like toxic escapes, whatever it is, you know, or toxic behaviors, and we need to look at this as like a battlefield to reclaim our power from whatever's been usurping us, right?
Sure,
and,
man.
and every one of those instances is an opportunity to either fight or to just lose that battle, you know? And whether it's going to work or not, we're going to get together, have a few meetings, see, fine-tune things, and maybe come up with a website and shit like that, you know, do maybe bi-weekly meetings for people. But to me, instead of like those 12-step programs where you have to be like, hi, my name's Pat, I'm an alcoholic, or hi, my name's Pat and I'm an addict, we'll be like, hi, my name's Pat and I'm struggling with this week.
Yeah,
and
sure.
and I'm responsible for myself.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just it. And these are the things that I've been
Well, you know what,
struggling
and
with.
that's an interesting point actually, because I feel like that would dictate your mindset a little bit. If you're always coming into a thing going, I'm an addict, I'm an alcoholic, and you're like, yeah, okay,
I'm a
cool,
victim.
but like that's until you decide to not be anymore. And have you not been drinking? Have you not been doing those things? Well, then you're not anymore. You can say I'm recovering alcoholic.
Yes,
I'm working on not being.
I'm
that.
struggling against
yes,
it, but
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
these are my battles.
Yeah, and I get, like, I mean, I'm very much about owning your shit, you know, like, fucking, yeah, claim, yeah, fuck, I was a cocksucker about that, but I like, was a cocksucker about that. Not,
You're
I'm
recovering?
currently a cocksucker every day, you know what I mean? I'm a constant cocksucker, yeah.
I couldn't leave the house without.
It's all very literal, folks, yeah.
No, yeah.
That TMG, J, yeah.
I have jaw issues now. It's an
TJ.
upward
Fuck,
struggle.
I can't talk today. I
My
don't know what I'm talking about anyways.
my lowest moment. Anyways.
This lowest moment.
But yeah, so that's kind of our angle where in the 12-step programs, they want you to, well, first off, they say it's a disease, that addiction is a disease, when like the best science on this stuff says, no, it's toxic coping mechanisms that are a result of unexamined pain. Right.
Sure.
And if you examine your pain and you realize that this is all a result of your pain, guess what? You don't do it anymore because you're more interested in healing your pain. As opposed to these 12-step programs say it's a disease. You're helpless against your disease. You pray to a higher power to take away your shortcomings.
Yeah.
Fuck that noise. You know, like, at least in my mind.
Right. Hey, you know what? And for those who it works for, by all means, continue to have it work for you.
Pray
But
away the pain.
I agree with you with that, with the, you know, giving it up to the universe. And I mean, that, you know, it does
part of that,
vibe
maybe.
with some of that for me too. You know, like when you're being in the moment, that is a little bit of giving away the future and the past to be present, right? So I mean, giving some of that shit away. But again, that's also saying, well, what am I now?
Yeah.
Stop saying I'm this fucking thing I was 10 years ago or 10 minutes ago. I want to be different now.
Well, you know, and that's the thing. And like, by continually saying I'm an addict or whatever it is, you are no longer the changing individual. Russ, wake up. I'm here. Yeah, snoring motherfucker. Like, oh, this is my afternoon, he says.
Hey, fuck these guys. Yeah, sure you were. Yeah. Captivating fucking conversation we're having here. What was I saying earlier about the bar and you can't keep people saying, fuck it.
Yeah, we're doing our podcast and literally snoring from behind the computer. So No, but like if 10 years in and I'm still calling myself an addict as opposed to somebody who's on to a new struggle,
Yeah.
you know, like, okay, so I had a problem with drugs, I had a problem with alcohol, I had a problem with hypersexuality, and I'm in the process of working through all of those, you know. So now that the drugs aren't really a problem and the alcohol's not a problem and the hypersexuality is not a problem, I'm now working on my relationship with food. That's part of my personal
Right.
thing, you know. I exercise a fair amount, but my relationship with food is still a very much self-healing, self-medicating relationship.
Right. And if you don't fix those other things that are constantly hurting you, that you use that as medication for, how do you do that? It's
Yeah.
tough. And what I like about how you explained how it kind of processed for you, and I mean, it wouldn't all been at one time or necessarily specifically in that
fuck, there's
order.
no-
You know what I mean? That's it, right? Because people get overwhelmed with that when they start going, well, I have this issue and this issue and this. Where do I fucking start? What do
Which
I
is the
even do?
most damaging one that you have to
Well,
get out of the way
right.
first,
What's the
right?
biggest fire, right?
Yeah,
Put that fire out
yeah.
as best you can, and if you got time to fucking whittle away at the other ones, by all means do that. But eventually, you're gonna have this thing so it's manageable, and then those other things become manageable, and then you've also seen progress in your steps by doing this other thing. And I'm fucking seeing it like it's easy and you just do it, but I
No.
mean, it's hard, but it's the only thing you can fucking do. You have no other choice than to do those steps because
Or don't
staying
do 'em at
fucking
all.
still. Well, that's
the other option.
You can do that too, I guess, but for most people, it becomes not an option because eventually you get to that apocalyptic fucking come to Christ
This has
moment,
to change.
and you have to do it.
Yeah,
right?
and
And,
so
and
our-
and usually once you're aware of it, it comes quicker. As
Yeah.
soon as you're aware of like, hey, I've got this problem, and then all of a sudden the universe is going to grab you by the dick and slam you in a fucking drawer or something, you know, like that's what it does.
when you notice that something you're doing is broken or something that isn't working, you know, let's say for me, okay, and this isn't to disparage anybody who's not doing this. When I actually watched the animal, how the treatment was in factory farms and what was actually involved with animal protein produce, you know, eggs, milk, cheese,
And at the commercial scale.
commercial scale. Well, you know, period. Well, yeah, commercial scale. Even small farms aren't the best, but I couldn't.
Well, no, but I
ignore
mean,
it.
like, I feel like
couldn't.
you were
ignore it.
aware of, like, you know, like skinning an animal. You know, somebody shoots one. I think you were aware of that process.
I'm familiar with it.
Not
yeah.
a lot of people are of the commercial process.
Oh
though,
man,
and how
it's
much different
ridiculous.
that is.
Yeah,
than
there's no reverence
taking an
involved in
animal
it.
in the wild
But
or
once
whatever.
I learned about it, I couldn't. It was a seed, and I just if I continued to participate, I knew I was doing something wrong. Well, at least to me. And if I choose to participate in something I that's unethical, I guess that's me. You know, that's me, and that's where I'm at. And I can own that
Well,
and say, hey, that's just where I'm at.
And once you're aware of it like that, you will notice the repercussions, negative ones, of you engaging in those things
Mm-hmm.
that maybe you never noticed previously because you haven't been doing it. Like that's for me, my negative things about not being vegetarian anymore is all the ways it fucking manifests. When you start eating whatever garbage you want, well then you get ulcers and you get fucking fat and you have issues, you know, like yeah.
Well, something that I realized in my process of recovery is once I was able to conquer that dragon, because it was a dragon in my life, and I came back to normal life, and there was several battles where I lost some, I won some, but I came back to normal life. Years later, I've re-examined my relationship with alcohol. I've re-examined my relationship with like certain drugs, like, you know, like mushrooms or marijuana, and I can have a more in control relationship. You know what I mean? I can touch it without allowing it to envelop me because I'm not using it as an escape from.
Yeah,
my
you're
pain
not
anymore.
diving head first into it and hoping it envelops you.
Yeah, just like make
Drown
me,
me,
erase me,
goddammit.
erase me, you
Yeah.
know. And it's just that's what I'm working with food right now. You know,
Mm.
is my relationship with food is choosing better choices, trying to find things that I don't hate,
Yeah.
like living on green stuff. It's like it's tough being a vegan. You know, high carbs, high starches. Potatoes are great, rice is great, bread is great. Don't make me eat any more green shit, please. You know, but you know, we'll work through it.
Yeah.
But that's one of my new projects, and hopefully that'll come together in the near future.
Well,
Dude,
and I find for food for me, that's something where that's where I can most obviously catch myself not being in the moment. Because if I'm in the moment when I'm deciding what it is I'm going to eat, I never take the thing that's bad for me. I never take the greasy option. I never take the fucking the whatever it is that's worse. But when I'm not in the moment while I'm picking that thing, if I'm picturing how I'm going to feel after I'm done this meal, I always take the garbage option. I always, because I go, well, you know what, it's just this time, and I justify it the ways I do. Plus, I'm already living in the how fucking good those chicken wings are going to taste, instead of being like, well, no, right now I'm just hungry, and I know if I eat this fucking shit, I won't be hungry anymore, and I won't ever have that experience, and I won't even want it. But because in my mind at the time, I'm like, no, goddamn honey garlic, I want that so bad.
There's a combination of things like that bypass your judgment when it comes to food. There's a doctor, I forget what he wrote. There's a teen version of his book, and then there's the more academic version of his book. The teen version, I got it for my daughter. I ended up reading it, liked it way better than the academic version. It was called Hijacked: How Sugar, Salt, and Fat Hijack Your Food, and how hijack your mind, right? And we get preoccupied with tongue feel. You know, how it feels against our tongue, which areas of our tongue, the textures in our mouth. And actually, these big food companies, they design food to bypass what you know is good and just go straight to your pleasure centers, your dopamine and your endorphin jack and your mouth feel. All of these, there's companies like McDonald's or Taco Bell or all of these things, they design their food to feel a certain way when it's in your mouth, because you need to have a certain amount of crunch versus a certain amount of sweet versus a certain amount of salty and oily, just to kind of coat your mouth and to have it crunchy. And they use it in advertising and all this stuff. But that also triggers your dopamine sensors that says this is good food because it's got a high caloric percentage, and you're going to need that in case we starve. And
Yeah,
so,
winter's coming.
Yes, winter's coming. This is good food. You need this food. Eat a whole bunch of it, so you'll have all the energy when the drought comes, right? Because on a nutrient cellular level, you're starving, because you aren't getting the proper nutrients to build this stuff. You're getting empty calories. You're just getting sugar, salt, and fat, and that's. And it's just being jacked into your system. The amount of sugar that they have to put in sodas and stuff like that, it's ridiculous. They have to put a suppressant so your body doesn't reject it because of like the amount of sugar they dump into those things.
It's super saturated.
Oh man, it blows my mind. And then for the aspartame they dump into the diet colas has this whole like long list of like consequences, like health consequences. And the studies have said if you take aspartame, you're more likely to gain weight than if you just drink the sugar in the first place, because your body can't process it that well.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. So like it goes back into my whole
we're
like
fixing the
who's
problem.
running the show thing, right? Where there's a huge amount of profit in feeding people junk, and then when they get sick from the junk, there's a huge amount of profit that's in part of this system to treat the people that are being fed the junk, and nobody's willing to stop it. Nobody's willing to step in and say, exercise, eat clean, and get out of that system, and you might live longer, have a more functional life,
To be
right?
fair, I feel like every doctor ever tells everybody that all the time. And
But they haven't made it cool.
Yeah, right. And then they go, "Well, here's what you could do. You can do all these things." It says, "Well, or what are my other options?" Well, we've got surgery, we've got pills, we've got regimens we can put you into.
Yeah,
Let's try that.
$3.99
Let's try the
fast meal,
regimens, yeah.
a happy fast meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the element, we talked about the psychological programming last podcast. Edward Bernays and this whole psychological mass psychology and using or selling a feeling as opposed to selling a product. One of the things that's no better exemplifies this idea is the Golden Arches and McDonald's with the Happy Meal and the playgrounds. So they intentionally give you like this really high caloric intake, sugar, fat, salt, but then at the same time they're reinforcing it with a happy meal, with a toy in the meal and a playground for the kids. So the kids get this food linked with fun time, linked with mom and dad taking them to the playground and getting a new toy. So as they grow up, they think of the food, but psychologically linked, anchored in their brain is playing mom and dad toy, mom and dad toy. So it's a happy meal because it's psychologically linking this food with happy memories. And that's an intentional thing. They did it intentionally. On top of the Golden Arches being a very simple logo to imprint all of that shit in your brain. On the top of the Happy Meal, it's right there.
You look down any city street in the dark, and what's the one thing you can always fucking pick out from 9 blocks away? Hey, you can always see them Golden Arches. It might be a Burger King down there, I'm not sure, but
Those
it's
arches,
a fucking McDonald's
I know what's
for sure.
in there. And so that's an intentional psychological manipulation in order to sell you a product, and that really fucking bugs me. And so that's another reason.
Wow, and
why-
that's crazy too, because it's like, is that intentional like brainwashing, or is that just somebody being really good at their fucking job, just being like, well, no, I know what all the things you're gonna have to do to make sure people keep coming back here, right?
Well, okay, so it's an important thing when Edward Bernays wrote his book Propaganda, and then Joseph Goebbels used propaganda to mobilize the Nazi movement, he rebranded what he was doing public relations. So it wouldn't have that negative militant component.
Yeah.
And then public relations became the key aspect in advertising campaigns.
Sure.
So they use the exact
And
same
political
principles
campaigns.
of political and advertising across the board.
Pick a campaign, I
Well,
guess.
That goes back to when we first started doing this. I was really watching Mad Men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're talking about in that show. These people are like intentionally manipulating your desires to sell you bullshit.
That's
you know?
what Don Draper does.
Yeah.
He's the human embodiment of fucking every carnal desire you could possibly have, and then he explains to you how it's going to make you feel by buying this car.
Mm-hmm. And right in the middle, they started bringing. It was the old school guys that would just everything you sell it with sex. Sex works, sell it with sex.
Yeah.
You know. And then they started bringing in psychologists that said, okay, our study group says that they react this way to this kind of advertising, and they're like, this is new age mumbo jumbo. But that tells you, and like it's a fact that like they were bringing psychologists in to sell products. It's no longer that this dishwasher is a really good dishwasher and it gets your stuff clean through this technology they're using. No, it's white and it makes your kitchen look great and you'll look better than the neighbor's kitchen, you know, and that's important because you need to have social status, right? Yeah, that stuff gets on my nerves. Bypassing your common sense, you know.
Right.
Yeah, bypassing your common
Yeah.
sense just to sell you sugar, fat, and
Programming
salt.
the shit.
Sugar, fat, and salt. So that's my issue with food.
Uh-huh.
Is trying to figure out the balance on healthy eating and also getting old. That's the other element. My testosterone levels dropping. I'm 45 now. You know, it's just going to happen. It doesn't get better.
Yeah. We're better with age. Yeah, okay.
I'm going to get more fit when I'm
Yeah.
50. No.
What else we got on here? Well, that's not very much fun. Well, this is kind of fun, actually. I was thinking just story times in general. But so I got a buddy who has who started a donation campaign. I've never told you about this, have I? About his donations around the city. So I got a buddy who started a donation campaign recently, and what he did was he got a bunch of little placards printed up that say generously donated by this gentleman's name. And then he's gone around the city to all sorts of very highly visible city landmarks and placed these placards in places that look like they absolutely belong there. So, like down at the new museum, the new museum downtown there's a big art installation.
Remy, yeah.
There's a big art installation right out in front. And we did like a ceremony in front of it one day with a handshake and a placing of the placard. And so, yeah, if you live in Saskatoon, when you're out and about, just keep your eyes peeled. There's a pagoda downtown, the traffic bridge, for example.
And who like he's randomly doing these?
Yeah, just going and throwing them up all over the place.
Anybody's name in particular?
And I don't know if I want to out him. I think it's more fun if you guys go out there and try and find out.
I thought
who
he was
this
going to
is.
randoms and like selling them a bridge. Hey, I can
No,
give
that
me
would be amazing.
$1,000.
So what he has done is he's been acting like this like a philanthropical pursuit, and he's been going around the city giving these things to the city, generously donating them.
okay.
And there was the new Chinese pagoda downtown that they just put up, and they had a city of Saskatoon fucking thing up, like, hey, check out our new pagoda thing. So he was the very first person that commented on the Twitter feed, and he just commented with, "You're welcome." And I thought that was so goddamn clever because, who the fuck is going to know what he's talking about? But he definitely has a placard on it, so if you go down and find it.
I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah, man, that's one of the funniest fucking shits I've ever seen.
What's the next level on street art?
That's what I thought, man. It's it's integrated art, and it's hilarious. And I feel like one day, there's going to be an article about him, who is this mystery donor,
Yeah.
Who's this man giving us all this art around the city?
Well,
Or is he a man? Is he a collective of men?
the street artist Banksy actually broke in. I don't know which museum it was, but I'm pretty sure it's the same one that had some high-end art. I could be wrong, so don't quote me, but Mona Lisa quality. And he put his own art up with his own little plaque, and it's yeah, and it was by Banksy, and he just put it there. But now he's at the status where he is a world-renowned
Yeah, people are
artist.
battling to get his shit in
Yeah,
spots
yeah.
instead of him breaking in and putting it on the wall.
Yeah.
But that is pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, I think that's great.
I like covert shit like that.
There's a really good documentary called "Exit Through the Gift Shop," and it's a documentary about Banksy. I don't want to get too deep into it without people seeing it. Exit Through the Gift Shop, but basically the story is that there's this guy, and he's not a street artist. He's just kind of a weirdo with a camera who ends up befriending street artists and filming them doing their thing because he had an in. But he's really awkward, and he tells people, "Oh yes, I'm going to make a documentary someday about all this." And then he didn't make the documentary because they found out that he's just a whack job with a camera filming everything. So some of these graffiti guys are like, "Look, dude, you just give us all your footage." And he's like, "Well, what should I do then?" well, I don't know. You've been following us around. Just go start doing street art. Be a street artist now. And he's like, okay. So he starts doing what he's been watching everybody else doing, and he actually starts getting recognized as an artist in the LA community. Right? He's like, oh, this guy's a street artist named Mr. Brainwash, and he's like, so I'm doing street art now. What should I do now? And they're like, fuck, dude, we don't know. Just go to an art show or something. That's what seems to be what everybody's doing. And so he's like, well, can I get a quote from you guys? And they're like, okay. And they, I guess, Shepard Fairey, known as Giant, he's like, Mr. Brainwash is a force of nature, and I don't mean that in a good way. And then Banksy says something about, oh, Mr. Brainwash is the future of art. and so this guy...
That's funny. Yeah, he's the future of art. It's fucked.
Yeah. So this guy gets a huge warehouse. He rents a huge warehouse and starts putting art in, and he realizes, apparently, that he can't fill it up. So he starts hiring artists to create art based off of his parameters, and then he puts his name on it, and it's up there, and he's going, this one is $16,000, this one's $12,000, this one's $15,000. And he starts bringing people through, and because he's got these two big name guys, the art community explodes over him, and they fill his stuff, and he's selling millions of dollars worth of art, right? And you exit through the gift shop. Everything is for sale. Everything's for sale. It's just like this mass marketing, kind of like Andy Warhol gone wrong, right? Like ultra consumerist and like no heart. And at the end, Banksy, he's like, yeah, this is my documentary. I don't know. We made this guy. He's a fucking monster. And the guy's like, I don't know art. I'm just doing what they taught me. And and he made
Forrest Gumping his way through the art scene.
Yes, and he did Madonna's album cover. Like, the guy's like, he's a real artist now, and these guys created a monster. But there's conspiracies surrounding the documentary that maybe the whole documentary is Banksy and Shepard Fairey intentionally fucking with the LA community and building this guy out of nothing, and it's all just a huge prank to punk the art scene.
Just to show how transparent.
Yes, commercialized, transparent.
There's no substance to it. You know what I mean? There's nothing really there. It's all imaginary.
And in the art community, if they think it's trending, they'll buy it. You know, it goes back to that exploitation of street culture and outlaw culture. It's like, oh, he's on the street. I've seen his stuff everywhere. This guy's the real deal. Yeah, I'm gonna buy one of his things for $15,000, and they're just sitting there like, holy fuck, you know.
And none of that was, no, I saw this piece of art I was really drawn to, and it really speaks to me. It was,
this is gonna be worth something.
Yeah,
someday.
exactly. This is I'm on the scene now,
right?
Daddyo.
So exit through the gift shop, and like even the name, that's it. You know, you come on in, and I'm pretty sure he still is operating it. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But like, it was just a revolving door of like new art, and these people are like, I don't know what the deal's with this guy. He just tosses ideas at us. We build it for him. He pays us, and then he slaps his name on there, and he sells the art, makes a profit, and it's a business. Oh man, it blows my mind, right? Just like commercialized music or anything.
Fucking right, eh? It'd be like having a warehouse of pop stars that you were just cranking them out. And I need two blondes. Who's got two blondes over there?
K-pop, Korean pop music, is the national export.
Manufactured.
Yeah, it's manufactured. They have tryouts, they have standards, they have contracts, they have like, that's their major export. The music is officially sanctioned by the Korean government. They need to have the edgy boy, the wholesome boy, you know, the dancing boy. Like, they've got a formula. Same thing with the girls. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of interesting watching.
That is weird.
Programming.
And it is profitable.
So I saw this thing. This is my little fun deal. 2 drinks and a puppy. Right? Did you see this?
I saw your post about this.
Yeah, how to tell whether or not you want to hang out with somebody, or, you know, to choose certain friends. And you decide whether this is an individual that you want to have 2 drinks with, or if you could leave your puppy with them for a weekend. And basically, if you meet somebody and you can't have 2 drinks with them and you wouldn't leave your puppy with them for the weekend, why the fuck are you still friends with this person? Because they're not fun and they're not trustworthy. Now, if you could have the drinks, period, you could cautiously trust them, but you got to always wonder, why wouldn't you trust them with your puppy?
Right? They're super fun, but you're not looking after my fucking dog.
Right? And if you would leave them with your puppy, but you can't have a couple drinks with the person, well, they're responsible, but they're not really any fun. So I guess you could trust them, but, you know, don't expect a good time with them. Yeah. But if you can get both the puppy and the drinks out of a person, this is a person that you can collaborate and work with, and yeah, you're probably better for having them in your life. And I think that's an interesting little formula.
I like it. I dig it. Makes sense for me. That connects.
Yeah, it's a formula. I got lots of friends that are good for the drinks, not good for the puppy. Although my new crowd is a little more good for the puppy and, well, pretty good for the drinks. But
Well, there you go. You're
yeah,
in the right crowd.
yeah,
then.
things are picking up. Yeah, yeah.
Good for the puppy.
I didn't feed your puppy. It drowned.
Yeah.
In what? This glass of water. I don't know how it happened.
Fuck. We were at a den during there a couple weekends ago. Buddy heads into the bar and he's like, "Hey man, can you fucking watch my dog while I'm gone?" I'm like, "Oh, absolutely, I will." And not 2 minutes, he's gone. Hey, I go inside. I told somebody else, "Man, just watch his dog for a second." While I go inside, come back out, gone. No dog. Like 20 minutes looking for this fucking thing. Hey, and
You were not the puppy
And
friend.
in the meantime, I'd even told your brother that I'd look after his dog, and I got one missing dog. No, I can find that one too. And somebody else is like, "What the fuck, Dusty? Stop taking on all this dog responsibility. You can't look
Layla,
after this
search
one."
for the dog.
Yeah, it worked out. I found them, but I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't a good start.
Yeah, because sooner or later they're gonna have kids and ask the same favor.
Oh, dude. I remember babysitting one time.
15-year-old
for my buddy,
daughter is gone.
Well, my buddy Murray, his kid would be just about 15 now, actually. I remember babysitting her when she was just like fucking 1 or 2 years old, like really small. And they weren't out of the house 30 seconds, and I'd had the toilet plugged and shit all over the bathroom from this kid. Like they barely, like the car was probably just driving away, hey, and it was just already full-blown fucking disaster. But I mean, I figured it out. I'm an adult. You know?
No,
It just took me a while, and
You
I
rub
don't know
his
if I ever
nose
told
in
that
it.
actually.
Don't do that again.
yeah. You got to rub their nose in it, make sure they don't eat it.
Yeah,
They don't get a taste for it. I know a few of them. What else do we fucking know, dude? I don't know if I want to talk about this one thing because it just seems like kind of a downer. It's COVID related, and that's like not really down with that.
What's interesting because downer, upper, speed, depressants.
Connect the dots.
I've been reading a lot of stuff that talks about direction in life. It kind of goes with the whole recovery program stuff, direction in life, and this was actually a reflection on a lot of the Nietzschean, like Friedrich Nietzsche, his idea not being so life destroying, but the idea of who knows what happens after we die. All we really know is that we're here. So we can do things that are life affirming, that give us vitality, that are like towards like light and like something to work for, creativity, or we could do life destroying. You know what I mean? That darkening and heavy, making life heavy.
I'm familiar with that.
Right? And so have I. I spent a lot of time there, and even to this day, that's one of my struggles is that I tend to be a half-empty cup guy versus the half-full cup or the cup that's half full. So I think that's
I'm all like, where'd my fucking half a cup go, you piece of shit?
yeah.
Yeah. Full, empty, who gives a shit? It's fucking not all there.
Lock that. But yeah, life affirming, and I think working towards life affirming goals, life affirming pastimes, vitality, things that fill your life with positive, vital experiences. You know what I mean? They don't need to be optimal because nobody's ever going to be perfect, but like those things that give your life joy and
They
make your life
energize
better.
you.
Yes, exactly. And Joseph Campbell talked about that with the idea of following your bliss. And if you're doing what comes naturally to you, then he's a firm believer in kind of woo that the universe will open doors for those people that really commit to following their real love, and that's I like that idea. It life affirming pastimes, like find what you love and just drive unrelenting towards it.
And the good things that have happened in my life, that's how they kind of felt. That I was just doing the right things at the right fucking time, and these are the things that fell into place the way they were supposed to.
Yep, I agree.
And it's hard for me to keep that in mind a lot of times lately, but I do know that shit has happened, so I mean it can happen again. Yeah.
Well, I think this podcast is one of those things. It's so
Been a
natural
catalyst.
for me.
It's been a catalyst for me, man. Wanting
Yeah.
to do other things. I wouldn't have done stand up this weekend if we weren't already doing this.
Yeah, and that's kind of it. Like to
Legit.
me, this comes naturally until people fall asleep doing our sound. But maybe it's not natural for everybody.
Hey.
We need to bring some supplements.
He
here.
definitely enjoys a little more unnatural than natural.
Cut down some lines of pre-workout for old Russ over there. Here, get this up, you
Yeah.
pre-workout suppository.
Yeah.
Let's get it going.
Pre-workout. This is a fun gym. Hey, pre-workout suppository. Yeah.
The guy ready by the showers just to set you up there. Man,
Yeah.
there's a guy in my gym, and I swear this is a generational thing. It has to be. It has to be. Because I know there's some like elderly gay guys that cruise around the gym. There's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. You like to look at young guys that are working out. There's no problem with that. There's a buck naked man in our gym, and he's got to be 70, give or take, but he's just like always buck.
Does he
Like,
know he's naked? Maybe he's sundowning.
dude? Like everybody else is walking around with a towel. This guy's just standing, like looking
Yeah.
around, walking into
Yeah.
people, you know, just like
Just
I don't
bumping.
know.
Hey, have you guys seen my glasses? I can't find my glasses.
Right, you know, like
Yeah.
I dropped something. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird. And like literally like walks like to the urinal, standing buck naked next to next buddy. And I get it, it's a generational thing, probably. But
Yeah, it seems like a weird dominance thing or a sexual thing a little bit almost at that point. When nobody else is doing it, you're the only one.
Yeah.
Why are you the only one without a towel on? You know
Well,
what I mean?
and that's
Because
kinda
I'm more
what I'm
comfortable
wondering.
like this, making everybody else uncomfortable with my thing.
or if he's just 80 years old and he's just really past giving a
doesn't give a
fuck.
fuck, yeah.
That's kind of what I'm almost thinking.
Fair enough. Yeah.
You know,
Not giving fucks.
well, something I'm really working.
Although, though, I almost don't buy that because why are you going to the gym then? You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
good
You don't
point.
give fucks anymore. Why are you at a gym?
doctor said he had to get his heart rate going, and
Yeah.
otherwise
Yeah.
it's gonna be faster.
Yeah, and swing his dick at young men.
Yeah, right.
I got to get my heart rate going and have at least one shower with a gentleman.
Yeah. Vitality.
Yeah, exactly.
Vitality.
It's that fountain of youth I've been hearing about.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Well,
you
little
know,
dab will do you.
well, okay. So on a comparison level,
Yeah, I did say dad. Little dad will do you. Yeah.
now just imagine that it was socially acceptable for you to be, you know, showering with a bunch of like mid-20s, you know, women that you
I'm
found
imagining
attractive.
it. I'm imagining it.
Right? Would you not be there every second
I'm there
day?
right now.
Right?
In my mind.
Exactly. So you consider yourself a gay old
Why-
man.
why aren't we
He's
there
going to
now?
be doing that exact same thing with
Fucking
like,
rights,
you know,
man, living the dream. Yeah, I think people forget that about gay dudes. That they're still dudes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like as gross and horny as like every dude you've ever met is. It's like well, the gay dudes are that as well.
Yep.
They're
Yep.
two dudes.
That's why AIDS decimated like the gay SM population so much because you go to a bar with a whole bunch of other people you think are hot that want to fuck you too.
Yeah.
Everybody's fucking.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
guys
the
are guys.
whole reason everybody's. And I mean, that's the reason most everybody's at like a regular bar too. But it's like the weird fucking like, no, I have to put up this fucking. You got to buy me 9 drinks before I'll go home with you. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Now, you
Yeah.
do the math. How many dudes, if a girl says, hey, you know, let's go out to your car or let's go to the bathroom stall or let's go in this dark corner over here and I'll
In a
rub
barn.
you off.
Yep, absolutely.
You know, now they're all that.
Yep.
They're all willing to do that and they think each other's hot.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
And other than the AIDS, I mean, there's like quite a few less repercussions. You know, nobody's getting pregnant.
A blister now and then, maybe.
Exactly. And yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get a little bit of rug burn. Yeah. No.
Is this a pimple or a
very
blister?
exciting, yeah.
It'll get better or worse
Yeah.
if I pop it. I don't know.
Well, don't pop it. Get somebody in here to get their mouth around it because that's somebody's thing. Also, don't be fucking wasting that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No, I remember having this epiphany. We were at where the fuck was it? It was Divas or something back in the day.
Yeah.
And it was one of the first times I'd ever been to a gay bar, you know, but so I'm just chilling, checking the scene, you know, just having fun because I'm at a bar. And I remember seeing this gentleman walk up to another one and just kind of like dance up to him and then just grab him by the cock. And then he was just like nod and like, yeah, they were off. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's how you do that, hey? You can just walk up, pull the fucking cord. Is this my stop? Is this where I'm getting off?
You
and then
into it?
away you
I'm
go.
into it.
Yeah,
Let's fucking do it,
And I was like,
you know?
you can't get away with that in the straight world. I can't even fucking start to articulate how horribly that would fucking go. You just walk up and grab somebody by the genitals at a fucking overdrive or whatever. I don't even know what the fucking bars are in town anymore. I
Yeah,
guess
they're
you
all
go
dead.
to, but-
They don't
They're
exist
all dead.
anymore.
Nothing does. It's a pandemic. I'm just, you know what? Maybe by the time this gets out, it is Thunderdome.
Yeah, right. You never know. You
getting
never
prepared.
know. But you
I'm
know,
getting
I
up to
think
my Thunderdome weight.
this is a frustrating thing because there are fundamental differences in psychology and attitudes towards sexuality between men and women. As much as people like to pretend that there's no differences whatsoever, you know, like there's an element of emotionality and connectedness that goes along. I'd like to think with a lot of feminine sexuality, while dudes tend to be superficial, visually oriented. You know, if you're hot, let's fucking go. You know, at least to a certain age, then you start looking for something more substantial.
Yeah.
And I think that's linked very closely with testosterone.
Well,
Like,
and I think it's probably part of that. Plus, it's also like because almost I assume most gay people start closeted. You know, well, except now. I guess maybe there's more people who are like, no, I knew the whole time, and my parents always knew, and everybody was kind of cool with it. We just, you know, when I came out, it wasn't even a thing. You know, but I feel like that's a repression that these people have to live with, and then it's all of a sudden when you get to do the thing, it's like, okay, I'm gonna fucking make up for all that lost time, and I'm like, and this thing that I've tried so hard to like hide from, and now I can be in it. So I mean, I think that is a contributing thing too, other than just like the the male makeup of drive, fuck, kill.
Maybe because then that would be happening with gay women as well. You
Well,
know?
I don't know that it doesn't. I guess
The
I just don't
running
have
joke,
that.
at least as
many
from my
experience, I
gay
guess.
women friend, is that the lesbian second date is renting a U-Haul.
Yeah,
'Cause
right.
We're moving in together,
It's
right?
funny. I don't have that much experience with lesbians in my social group, but I do have a few people I know, and it's funny how it's come up even a few times already. I'm like, oh, it's kind of true, hey? Like,
As opposed to
not
like
paint
the
everybody
gay
with the same
dude
brush, but-
pre-date blowjob.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Well, you're hot. You're hot. Okay,
And
let's fucking
again,
go
this is
you know.
broad brush shit. You know what I mean? I'm no authority on anything. I shouldn't be talking about it honestly, because what the
Oh,
fuck
I can
do
talk
know?
about a male slut.
That's it, yeah.
Like,
There you go. I guess talk about our own experience.
Yeah,
right? You
when-
want to talk about
when-
the idea of the male slut? Okay, I guess
if I met a female who was as superficial and into sex as I did, it's like that the pre-date blowjob would be on the table. You down to do this before we go out for dinner? Yeah, let's get this out of the
Yep.
way, and then we'll do it after dinner, and then we'll probably maybe do it at dinner if we can.
Yeah, right.
Take a 20-minute break or hottest 30 seconds of her life. You know?
Yeah, like sweat wise, it was warm. It was warm.
Anyways,
It wasn't
yeah.
that sexual.
Vital existence.
Like,
It's all about
stabbing at me
vital
with this.
existence.
I like that. Bring me that stab energy.
This is my spirit to the sky. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
So you got a COVID story, and I've got man needing to rekindle ecological connectedness idea. So which one do you want to run with, the COVID or the?
Well, I can keep mine brief. It's and I mean, it's just talking about I have an inside hookup with the correction systems in the U.S. And we were just talking actually before I got here a little bit about like their COVID experience down there. Beauty, thanks, dude. And yeah, it's grim. It's really grim actually. They were genuinely concerned. They'd already had like it was 5 officers or something, I think, all at their facility test positive, and the one of them's in the hospital right now, and he's sending them, Snapchats and shit, being like, "Hey, it's real, guys. This is real, and it really fucking sucks." So everybody who was kind of like, "Oh, this is the flu," so I'm getting this firsthand shit now. But then they were also saying that like they're already hard up for making sure they've got enough officers to make sure they're keeping everything rolling. And
Is that
that's,
because
like,
of the congestion in the facilities?
that's how quickly it's spreading. Yeah, they would say it was like wildfire. Like there was lots of ones in like Colorado and California, just because of the way they were set up. Like they're every
Gymnasiums
well,
full of
well, and
dudes.
everything's all in one compound. So people are moving back and forth from one building to another, like the corrections officers are. But then that's taking it from one compound into another, and it's all staying in the same area. And then it's spreading quick. And then when you're getting people that have contact, well, you have to quarantine them also. So then you have huge chunks of your staff that you can't come in, and they're trying to train new staff to keep up with this. But then, how do you just send somebody who hasn't been trained into these situations? Because then it creates all these other problems. So they're talking about like bringing the National Guard into a bunch of these prisons to like just help fill the gap. And it's not getting better for. At least the person I was talking to, this was something that was like, no, numbers are getting worse every day, and we're, whereas up here I think we just had a spike of 19 or whatever just popped up here, where they're like, no, it's in the hundreds every day, and it's a similar sized population.
I saw a map that was North America, and it went from like black to brown to red to orange to yellow to beige to white, right? And depending, black being like the highest areas of like infections and sickness and hospitalizations and maybe even death, I don't remember. And
Well,
white,
usually they're all kind of connected, right?
yeah,
You
yeah,
get the highest
yeah.
side, you're gonna-
And so the black states were like Florida, South Carolina, those southern kind of areas were like so much. And actually, I think it was either Montana or North Dakota, directly below Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Then when you get up to Canada, and most of America was red, you get up to Canada and they're all like orange to yellow, right? And until you get to Saskatchewan and we're like a white beige. We
Yeah.
are the one place in North America
Yeah.
that, other than the Yukon,
Yep.
that is not really being
Well,
registering. So thank you.
Most
fate.
other provinces aren't as sparsely populated and spread out as we are,
Congested.
right? So I think that's been the huge. 'Cause I was just even picturing it the other day. Like I was, where it even gets super congested here, it's inside of like a big box center kind of store, because a lot of the stores aren't even big enough where you can cram a whole bunch of fucking people in, but nobody's doing that. Whereas if you're dealing with like people using lots of public transit, using subways and shit like that, there's almost no way to get around it, right? Even if you're all standing 6 feet apart and you're standing in a subway car, you're all breathing in that shit, right? So, again, I think that's been our saving grace is that we don't have that. We're all kind of spread out. But I think a lot of people here that I've even been talking to that are kind of like, well, I don't think this is real, then. And I mean, what's the big deal?
Because
Look at how
it's
low our
hardly
numbers
real
are.
here.
That's it. But again, we're such a small, tiny sliver of the population. Like, it's and our numbers aren't good. You know what I mean? Like they're still not great. It's still not fucking zeros and keeping it there. And with school just starting, I mean, yeah, it's gonna
We'll
change.
see.
But anyways,
My daughter's going to school this year. I'll wait and
Yeah.
see. I told her if the numbers start getting stupid, you may be getting out of school.
Yeah.
You know, we might be looking.
well,
at
and that's all that I nonstop with the school districts down in the States. You're hearing about they start up and then all 900 kids got to be fucking going home for 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and like you said, the big box stores being the one place, or in our communities.
Yes, that's all I
smaller
could picture in
communities.
Saskatoon,
And even those
where-
guys are being run like tight.
Yep.
Like this is the way you
Yep.
go. This is the way you keep your distance, please.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Starbucks this morning before work, and I got myself a almond matcha latte. Try it. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Half sweet. Wonderful. Very, very macho drink. But that's just it. The social distancing was in order, and like I wore my mask in just to be on the safe side, and I think I was about half the people had masks on, and all the staff have masks on.
Yep.
So we are pretty good about that stuff, you know.
That's what I keep saying. I'm like, like we're doing okay for trying to follow those fucking rules, and that's why we're seeing this. It's a combination of things. But again, when people do a little bit of it, I feel like a lot of people I know are like, well, no, it means it's not real. Oh, it means it's not that bad. Well, we're not seeing it. And it's like, oh, fuck.
Well,
if you stop
they're
doing all the things we're
floundering
doing,
down
we
there.
will.
In the States, they're floundering. They don't even have a hard, like, this is how it's spread. This is how it's, contracted. This is how long it stays alive outside the body. Is it airborne? Is it surface borne? Like, is it transferable through, like, sweat droplets or breath? They don't even know. Ooh, how do we how do we create a solution for this? Stay inside. But you should probably go outside to get exercise. Wear a mask. But masks really won't do anything. Like all this crazy stuff. Yeah. And then you've got the assholes with the disinformation.
And that's the thing too, is like even the masks won't do anything. The rest of that sentence is to stop you from getting it. The masks will do something to help stop you from spreading it. But
the combination.
It'll help, but I mean, there's not a tight seal. It's just cotton, that kind of shit. If there's a virus that hits you on that, you're probably going to get it. It's probably going to figure out how to get it. But if you can keep your own virus in there, you know what I mean? And that's because again, there's nuance to this, and I feel like that's what keeps getting set up in every meme and repost on fucking Facebook.
Very binary, A or B.
Masks don't work, and you're like, well, no. In those scenarios, yes. And for the thing, it's like it won't keep you healthy. Yes, you're right. It won't stop the virus from getting to you, but you might stop it from spreading, and that's the whole point.
I saw a great example of this, or a great explainer of this. Two people pissing, or
Right,
one person
yes,
pissing,
yes.
and the one guy's got no pants on,
Yeah.
and like it hits the other guy, and the one guy's pissing,
Yeah.
and the other guy doesn't have pants. It may or may not hit him. But if both people wear pants, he's not getting hit by
Yeah.
the piss, and
Yeah.
that's a good one too. Or another guy I saw, oh my god, he's like, if I'm gonna fart in your face, would you prefer me to wear pants or not? Right? Which one are you willing to risk?
Is it your thing?
Would you prefer to have something covering your face and my ass? So
Right, that's the kind of simple thing on that, right? And the arguments of the CO2 poisoning. Fuck off. We live in a
CO2
place where we have to
poisoning.
fucking cover our faces with scarves and all sorts of shit all the fucking time, and like I can't breathe through it. Bullshit once again.
You have a lot of ornery, privileged people
Yeah.
that don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves.
Well, and their perceived slight.
Well, and that,
You know
that
what
goes
I mean?
back into
you know what I mean? They don't even think they're keeping themselves safe or anything. They just don't like being told what to do.
Yeah, and that goes back to the words their selfish privilege, right? An element of selfish privilege, which segues nicely into our lack of giving a shit about others and a lack of giving a shit about our environment and our ecological awareness, right? Ecology being environment across the board. It's not just like nature and algae and bushes and shrubbery. It's actually giving a damn about those around you, about the things that are happening around you. And I think we've been increasingly convinced that the only thing that's important is us, our little tiny individual. Like think about it. The more I adopt a personality that I'm the only important thing in this universe, the closer to sociopathy or psychopathy I get. When I've got no empathy for anything and no care about anything but myself, I'm basically a sociopath. Now, as you develop empathy and consciousness, your circle becomes your family and your friends, and then your community or your coworkers or your city or your country. So that starts becoming an evolution of ecological awareness, right? Until you get to the point where you recognize that humanity are all in the same boat together on one big planet. Now,
and that's like your level, like your Dalai Lama and shit like that. You know, like where like I feel empathy for the world. I don't need it just for the people in the immediate fucking room, right?
or even like when your empathy goes out and you're saying, okay, I'm also including my cousins that are animals, or then our animist class we talk about this, where do we have empathy for the water or the plants that we're eating, or the earth that we're moving when we're digging and doing like construction or oil sands and stuff like that. So there's this model of thought that thinks of the earth, and this is like most pre-colonial people would think of the earth as a living thing, and we're all alive on a living thing, right? Just like we have insects and mites that live on us, or cells in us are alive. But then there's this modern scientific model, largely removed from any real spirituality, like an arbitrary spirituality, that says we're living on a dead rock. Everything is dead, and we're the only alive, and we're the only important thing. And I think that it's been profoundly damaging for people to be removed from what would otherwise like an ecological awareness. You know what I mean? Spiritually, physically, emotionally, psychologically. And there once was like a sacred connectivity between you and me. The Hindus called it namaste. We talk about it when I'm like, I'm starting to lose the namaste. Like, I go into Burger King, I just fuck these people. But but I gotta like that rekindle that, where I'm like, you're human, I'm human. We probably have the same fears and the same hopes. Same thing when I looked at, I saw a video of a rat having its belly rubbed and just like loving that belly rub, and I'm like, you look at his little paws. And he's got maybe not an opposable thumb, but he's got little fingers and stuff, and he's my cousin. Legitimately, this little fucker is just enjoying. When I hang out with my dogs, they're my little buddies. They're my roommates. I don't own them. They aren't some soulless, feelingless thing. Yeah. So I think
fucking accessory.
Yeah. I think that there's been a big loss when people lost that connection.
And you know what? And I felt some of that a couple days ago. So the old lady I bought her a bike about a month ago. And got stolen, fucking Monday night, of course. And so I get up in the morning, going to work, and I'm standing out there having a smoke, and I'm looking, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Hey, and I'm like, great,
where there used
good
to be
way
a
to
bike.
start the day, hey. And she was crushed, because she was like, first bike she ever had as a fucking adult, like this is her fucking bike, right? And she put...
You're talking pedal bike?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
Dope little cruiser. Got her a basket for it.
Oh,
she fucking
okay.
covered it in goddamn Harry Potter stickers, like an adult does.
Oh, like a
And,
transphobe.
yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, fuck. I'm going to get stabbed for that. Fucking... So anyways, yeah, it gets yoinked, and I'm like, of course, in a shitty fucking mood about this, and she's driving around the neighborhood trying to find it, and I got to go to work. And so I go into work, and I tell the guys at work, fucking bullshit, I'm bitching about it. And I go back to the house, go let the dogs out for a walk, and before I go take off for my day, and I'm on the phone with her going, I can't fucking believe, oh fuck, there goes your bike. She's like, what? Somebody just rode by on it. And she's like, no way. And I'm like, yep. She says, can you see the stickers? I'm like, fucking rights I can. So I zip down the street, and I get up beside him, and I'm looking, and I'm like, yeah, that's the fucking bike. So I just cut him off.
You do a pit maneuver, he goes flying out.
Yep, I didn't run into him, but I cut them off. And as soon as I stopped, I was just like, get the fuck off the bike. And right away, they were like big eyes, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, And I was mad. I spent the whole morning picturing how I was going to smash someone's head, and if I ever caught them riding this fucking bike, and then here I am, and I'm standing there, and I remember just feeling like just pure raw fucking energy, and then being like, I'm ready to fucking do this, and then looking at this person, and they gave me this look like if you know anybody who had been like really like beaten lots as a child, like the fuck, and like people who had like violent figures in their life, where people would get to that level on them where they know they're going to get a beating.
Yeah, this is going to happen now.
And I saw a 7-year-old all of a sudden. You know what I mean? I saw the pure fear in this person's eyes, and I was like, I can't. I can't.
Well, is it necessary if they got off the bike and they're like, okay?
And you know what? And even gave me a relatively reasonable story about why they were on it, because I did see them earlier in the morning while I was driving around looking for it, and they were walking. Like they were or sitting out on the grass or whatever. And I even paused to be like, oh, this looks like the kind of fucking person who could have a stolen bike. And I, pull and have a look, and I don't see it anywhere, so I fuck off. And then they're on it later, and they're like, well, no, I found it in these bushes over here, and it didn't have any of the things you're talking about, but there was some other stuff there. And I was like, you know what? Whatever. If this is the fucking story you're gonna give me, it's believable enough. And what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Am I gonna
Is it
beat this
necessary to
person
injure
whose life
somebody?
is so fucking shitty that this is what you have to do? You know what I mean? And it was just, yeah, and I just couldn't do it. And honestly, I even apologized to them at the time to be like, you know what? Look, I can see how you're feeling, and I didn't want to make you feel like that. I I'm upset, and this is I'm glad it's back.
Yeah.
Basically was it. And they were fucking cool about it or whatever, because also they weren't going to get murdered. But like,
Yeah, well,
I
who
just
knows?
it broke my heart a little bit, honestly, when I saw that, because it wasn't just that, like, right away I can picture the scenarios they were in their childhood that got them there, and that's where they're living right now mentally. This is dad standing over top of me with a fucking axe handle he's gonna beat me with or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like my mind there, and then that I could be that for them almost made me sick, because I'm like, I never want to make anybody feel that fucking small and insignificant and powerless. And because I can picture how that feels, and that's why I felt right then that's what I was doing to this person. And I was like, I can't, like, I fucking hope you have a good day, and I hope I don't ever fucking see you around ever again, and whatever, go live your life.
Get the
But
fuck
like,
out of here, yeah.
yeah, the vengeance and retribution and
Well-
fucking shit that I in my head was this is, and even in my head I still wasn't really committed to it, but I mean that's what you do, and you're like,
Well,
oh
do you
fuck, I
really
kicked the shit
need
out of
to?
them.
It's not like you caught them in the act. It's not like you caught them assaulting somebody. It's not like you caught them.
That's again, this wasn't a violent. I had
Yeah,
every upper hand in this fucking situation. There's no way. And even if they pulled a knife at this point, they were smaller than me, all that kind and that's what I was planning for, because I knew if I walked up, I'm like, well, this person could pull it on me, and I guess they're gonna find out, And yeah, I don't want to be that. I don't want to ever be that energy in someone's life, because that's a fucking horrible thing to be.
Well, especially laying down a beating like that, and if you can. I'll tell you my story about getting a bike ripped off. I've got a few of these, but
I got a few bicycle stolen stories.
so I was living with a roommate, and he had a pretty nice mountain bike. And we woke up one morning, and his lock was laying on, because we had a small house, so we had to lock him out in our yard, right? And his lock had been cut, and his bike was gone. A nice mountain bike, and he was heartbroken. And I'm like, oh fuck, dude, that's so goddamn lame. So whatever, just keep our ears open, keep our eyes open, and put the word out. And I had like a BMX at the time. I was early 20s, 26 years old, doing all kinds of shady things that shady guys into shady activities do, and they ride BMXs around downtown with backpacks. So I had a BMX, and it
That
was
is an
locked
accurate
up.
representation.
Yeah,
honestly.
right. So I had
That's
a
funny.
BMX locked out front, and I wake up in the middle of the night, and it's kind of like summer, fall, probably August, and I hear this, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I kind of look out my window, and I see a kid in the alley standing lookout while his buddy is over my bike with a hacksaw trying to hack through the chain. And I'm like, of course these are the same fucking kids, right?
Sure.
So I'm wearing like a tank top and my boxer shorts, and I grab my riot whip, my Samjock. It's like a big plastic South African riot whip, which they use for clearing
You
the
did say
streets.
riot whip. Okay,
Yeah, a riot whip. So they use it for clearing out large areas when like there's a whole bunch of people in the street. So I sneak out the back door, and I wind up behind this kid, and I sneak into the alley, and I come up behind him, and I let loose with this whip across his ribs, and he goes, ah! And he screams, and I do a backhand across his other ribs. And they tell you you're not supposed to use this on livestock because it's too harsh, right?
Jesus
And
Christ.
this kid sprints, and he goes through the fucking yard, out the front. His buddy with the hacksaw, they both make a beeline. There was a pickup truck waiting for them, so they were going to grab the bike, toss it in the truck, and go. This truck starts driving away on his buddies, and I'm running down the street with a whip in my hand, in my boxers and my tank top, chasing
still
two
got your
kids,
gimp mask on.
looking like fucking Jeffrey Dahmer, running after the kid that got away.
Yeah.
And that's the first time that same situation happened. It happened to me again one time living in this house. And, it was like I wasn't tattooing one day, and all of a sudden my dog starts barking like crazy. And that doesn't happen normally. Luckily at the time I had 2 pit bulls. And I go to the back door, and there's this sketchy guy with his nose running, trying my doorknob. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I'm selling Boy Scout cookies. I'm like, bullshit, you are. Get the fuck out of here, And as soon as he saw me, he's just like, oh, like, look who walked up to the door. And again, I've got a tank top and boxer shorts on, because like apparently that's my thing, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And he's like, no, whatever, man, And I'm like, no, get the fuck off my property right now. He's like, fuck you. And I'm like, fuck me, no, fuck you, escalation game. So I step outside, and this is like January. So I'm in bare feet, boxer shorts, tank top in January, and this guy's wearing like a hoodie, and, he's dressed like a crackhead, And so He's like, oh, really? And he starts hopping up and down. I'm like, okay, it's go time. And he grabs a chunk of wood off the ground and fucking swings it like a baseball bat at my head. I'm able to cover. He rips the skin off of my fingers, rips the skin off my arm. It kind of bounces off the top of my head. Nothing really that big. I'm like, you motherfucker. So I start running after him into traffic, running after like the crackhead with me in my underwear and tank top covered in tattoos, and I'm grabbing people's cars. I'm like, hey, that guy's trying to rob me. Like bullshit he is. I'm bleeding down my hands and stuff. And I'm like,
I don't know
holy
who's
fuck.
trying to fuck who in this situation, but
Right?
I don't want to be in the middle
Right?
of it.
So this guy, obviously, like, he probably runs for a living. That's probably part of his job description. So I couldn't catch him. Plus, I'm 5 foot fuck all and thick as hell. I'm not gonna catch up with him. So I call the police. I'm like, oh, by the way, so this guy, he tried getting into my house. He hit me with a log, whatever. And it turns out that he had already broken into a house across the alley, and a little old lady had caught him in the house, and he went running out of the house while she was home. And then he just comes across the alley through my yard, tries to get into my house. I'm like, so he's making rounds in the neighborhood. So the police are like, okay, we've got to do our little report up here. Do you want to make a statement? I'm like, I'd rather not. I told you everything you need to know. I just got to get cleaned up because I'm going to be leaving out of town. Because there was a huge party in Lloydminster I had to take 3 dancers to at the time, right? Or 4 dancers, maybe.
Gotta get going. I got some hoe running to do.
A little bit, right? So I'm sitting there, and the girl starts showing up. I'm like, just have a seat. I gotta get cleaned up. I showed her my hands. I'm all fucked up, But yeah, I'll get dressed and I'll get ready real quick. And so these guys see all these dancers walking in with their mini skirts and like thigh highs and all this stuff. And then the police come and ring my doorbell, and I have to run out of the shower half naked, holding my towel up to talk to them. I'm like, dude, it's really not what it looks like, It's all these things.
It kind of was what it looked like.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But yeah. So they were really hitting me up for a statement, and I'm like, you know what? I already told you what I have to tell you. You tried to get in. We got in a fight. Hit me with a log. That's the end. And if you have this little old lady that like he broke into her house, use her statement. That's that, right? And apparently they caught him with the dogs, and the dog caught him. And it
Shit.
took a couple minutes for the police to catch up. And yeah, poor
That's a
fucker.
rough day.
It is a rough day, and I
Yeah.
feel bad about that. I still have some scars on my knuckles, and it's
fair
funny.
enough. Well, that's that fucking karma, right, man?
Yeah, I've got a Hindu goddess tattoo here, right? And she's got a shield. She's holding up a shield, and it took a chunk out of the shield, and it's kind of interesting.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's the only scar that I have from that one. Gong shows.
Yeah, the old log attack.
Bad ideas, good stories.
Yeah, that sounds about
Get the
right.
fuck off my
Yeah.
property. Fuck me. Fuck
Yeah.
you. Let's do this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, fine. I actually had one time we were living in Sutherland. I'd wake up to go to work in the morning and go out, and there's this guy fucking in his 40s sitting on our couch with no shirt on. And I'm like, fuck's going on? Oh, not much, man. What's fucking going on with you? And I'm like, no, I guess I should have rephrased that. Who the fuck are you and what are you doing here, eh? And he's like, yeah, man, yeah, I know, I fucking, I'm just hanging out. And I'm like, well, like, do you know someone who lives here? Because there's like 5 of us living there at the time, so it's totally possible somebody knows this fucking guy. And my buddy Jeff is sleeping on the other couch, And I'm like, okay, you know somebody here. He's, oh, yeah. I'm like, well, who the fuck do you know that lives here? Oh, fucking Bill, maybe?
Jason.
And I'm like, man, I think you're at the wrong fucking place, like the really wrong place. And he's like, no, it's cool. And I was like, Jeff, you know this fucking guy or what? And he kind of rolls over. He's like, no, I don't know who he is. And goes back to sleep. Hey, and I'm like, fucking mean you don't know who he is? And he goes, no, it's all cool. And he takes his big bag of dope out and slams it down on my ottoman. And he's like, hey, we'll just roll some. I'm like, nope. You got to get the fuck out of my fucking house right fucking now
he's
before
in
I
your
fucking
house?
murder you. Sitting on our couch.
Oh, that's
like
fine.
right in the living room.
Yeah.
And then in
I thought you
hindsight,
meant like in the yard.
in
or
hindsight,
something.
I'm like, I should have robbed him because I mean, what the fuck's he gonna say, right? So I just grabbed him, like, get the fuck out of here, kicked him out of the house, and then I turned to Buddy. I'm like, what the fuck, man? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you don't know this guy, and then I ask you, and then you just fucking roll over, go back to sleep. Like, we got to get him the fuck out of the house when we got a homeless wandering in here, man. We can't just have people lounging around. Fuck's sakes.
My grandmother caught somebody just over by George Ward Pool in her house under a bed, and he tried to write it off saying, oh, I just got drunk and I got lost and I thought I'd lived here. And she's like, oh, really? Let's make sure you're okay. And she made him like a sandwich and shit, and her husband's like, get him out. Get him out.
Wow.
Well, he's lost and he's confused and like...
Wow. Well, that's a nice move. Maybe that turned him around.
We were partying at my brother's one time, and fucking what a gong show. We went out to his truck, and there was this like elderly indigenous man shit-faced in his truck, and we're like, you can't be here, man, you gotta go. And he's like, "You're gonna beat the fuck out of me," and we're like, "No, we're not gonna beat you up. You just gotta go." He's like, "You guys are pretty cool, but you look pretty scary," and we're like, "No, we're not gonna. You good? You can't sleep in the truck. You just gotta go home."
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay," and then he left a huge 2 liter of cooler in there that we just took back to the party and drank.
Yeah.
So we did take these
Everybody
booze.
got hepatitis.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it was sealed. It was still sealed, you know.
Yeah. No, it's funny. Well, yeah, it's like I can't really get that mad at like drunks and shit, you know,
He's just
because I'm
having a
like,
rough
"Man,
night."
I've been there. I've been in somebody else's vehicle for sure. Just like it's cold, I'm gonna fucking sleep for a little bit, you know. Like, oh fuck, I don't know how many times like just growing up in a small town that like you just take somebody's car too, and like I mean, people would steal people's fucking cars, not even fuck around. But you know, buddy's got his car parked outside the party, and you got to go somewhere, and you come back, what the fuck? And I got it, don't worry about it. Or you want to go fuck around, or in your spare, you knew how to start buddy's vehicle without a fucking key, and away you'd went. And,
Well, I had friends steal my car all the time.
I remember
It's like,
getting
"Pat said
my,
to pick him up." No, I didn't.
I remember getting my buddy Leaf's truck stuck up on a fucking snow pile one day on him and while he's in class. We're like, oh, fuck, sorry, dude, but you're going to have to figure this out. I don't.
So I woke up one morning and there was mud all over the bathroom, on the walls, everywhere. It was a fucking gong show. My clothes were in disarray all the way from like where my room was down to the bathroom. And I put the pieces of the night before together very sporadically, like chunks, you know, of what I could remember. And it started with my buddy Ted, who's now works for the government in BC. And he showed up to Winston's Pub where we used to get like cheap pitchers, and he bought like a pitcher for each of us. So we drank a pitcher, and then somebody showed up and they had extra vanilla ice tickets at Riley's. And then, oh no, I'd been buying the pitcher. So Ted's like, let's go to Vanilla Ice. And I'm like, I don't even know what he's doing now. And he's like, we need to go to Vanilla Ice. So we go, and he's
I
playing.
love that that's right. I love that was like your angle. And I like, well, what's he doing now, though? Like, what's the validity
Yeah,
of this? Like,
is he gonna be
"It's
doing
Vanilla
Ice Baby?"
at
Yeah.
a garbage bar?
So we
Let's
show
go.
up there, and man, I was pretty drunk by the time we got there. And Ted decided he's gonna, because I'm buying him pitchers. I think we might have even gone through maybe even 4, maybe 3, 4, but we were pretty loaded by the time we get there.
Sloshing when you
And
walk.
I fucking drove my El Camino. So
Jesus.
we get there, and he's like, okay, so I'm buying you what you're drinking. What are you drinking? I'm like, well, double rye Coke. So we started drinking doubles, and I'm like double fisting these. Doo, doo, doo. And this is where things get hazy, because there's this girl band that's playing, and Ted falls in love with the guitar player. And like, for some reason, I remember this guy coming up to me. He's like, yo, bro, are we going to have a metal mosh pit tonight? I'm like, whatever, dude. And it was Vanilla Ice himself. And and we're backstage, and I keep trying to steal the bottle of Jägermeister from the rider. And they keep, here's a shot, you know? And I'm like, yeah, thanks. And I'm putting it under my jacket. And they're like, no, here's another shot.
Hey, you're smiling the whole time. It must be a joke, right?
Yeah. Right. And so apparently I was the one-man mosh pit when he played. And I thought there was a pit, but
Yeah.
it was people punching me and shoving me off of them. And I was bouncing around the crowd. But I'm just like, ah! And like falling down, and people are picking me up. And I'm like, yeah, it was a fucking gong show. I don't remember leaving. I remember waking up my lawn with my pants down, puke around me, seeing my car with the door open on the fucking sidewalk, and then blacking out till I woke up in the morning. And that was, I think, one of my lowest points. When I remember why I don't drink, it was the Vanilla Ice, gig that really kicks it in for me. And I remember getting feedback later where like,
mosh pit.
well, I went to Vanilla Ice, but I ended up watching you most of the time, really. And I'm
Hey,
like,
because you're more entertaining. That's what's
yeah,
up.
woo,
That-
Vanilla
yeah,
Ice.
yeah.
And he was playing like metal rock kind of,
Right on.
metal mosh pit.
Yeah.
And I guess he did get his mosh pit from me.
Yeah, well, good. You give him Vanilla Ice what he needs.
Yeah, I didn't remember that there wasn't a pit. It was just me.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. Yep.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah. So I think when you drink, that brings everything into the I'm important thing. You
Oh,
know?
for sure. That's all that matters. Yeah.
What
Oh,
I
yeah.
want and where I'm at. And
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like even the fucking, even just what you're talking about with having the car parked, doors open and whatnot. It just reminded me of one of our more epic evenings, and it was a real long, like it was a fucking just about a full day event of booze cruising and out to the lake, and Buddy just broke up with his girlfriend for the 15th fucking time, so it was like let's destroy everything, and end up fucking my mom comes downstairs in the morning, and she's like, I'm still in high school. why are 3 of you sleeping in the bed? Well, because we only got the one bed. So it's me and these 2 buddies of mine were passed out in my bed, and the other buddy's on a pile of clothes. I'm like, okay, whatever. She's like, well, who drove last night? And we're like, I think Kevin, and he wasn't with us. Hey, this other guy just trying to pass the buck. Hey, he's like, why do you ask? Oh, just because of the way the car was parked. Oh, and I go out and look, and it's legit on the front lawn. All 4 doors are open. Like, there's a case of beer sitting out there. Like, oh, I was just wondering because of the way the car was parked. I'm like, how sweet of you to say that. But, no, I just wondered because you guys are fucking idiots.
Man, we went that night that I got paid the pitcher of booze. I think it was Dagglo Abortions that we were opening for, and people when they started just lining the front of the stage with drinks to pay us, right? And so I drank a lot that night, and by the time Dagglo came on, I was pretty fucking lubricated, and I dislocated both of my ankles in the pit, like. Yeah, and
at
so,
the same time, I hope.
No,
Just,
one
roll the
plaque,
ball, yeah.
then the other plaque, and then they play some other song I wanted to dance to, and I'm just like, rah! And so by the time I got home, my ankles were cankles, straight up. Like my calf was a straight line down into my feet. Yeah. And I rode my bike home somehow. I could shift and brake, barely, but I got home. And then our singer showed up for our band, or the other singer, and I run into the yard, Sean, I love you, man. And I'm like falling, and my ankles are so fucked because I was that drunk. So then I let them heal a little bit, and I think I was about maybe 60% healed, I guess, when we went to go see, I think it was Slayer and Lamb of God in Edmonton or something like that, big gig. And I'm just taking it easy. I'm taking it easy. And all of a sudden I hear this, doo-doo-doom, doo-doo-doom. And I started, and I ran into the pit and I started giving her, and all of a sudden, pop, pop, yeah, and I'm like, fuck me, and I like went to the back and I sat down and I'm like, I have to undo my boots, and boof, I couldn't walk, and they had to get St. John's ambulance to wheelchair me out the special door, and we get back to the hotel and there's like a party on one floor and my room's on the other, and I can barely make it to the elevator.
I can just picture how much fun you would have been during all that.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
like I can't anymore. Yeah, you got to put me in a wheelchair. Oh my fuck.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's amazing.
Well, that's just it. My brother, like, my memories of drinking were very self-destructive because I would just get obliterated, you know, or that shit would happen.
Yeah.
But my brother remembers me as being a great old time, you know.
Well,
I was
because
a party,
that's not the stuff that eats at you for weeks after you do it. All the laughs you gave somebody and the high
Oh,
fives you had. You
shit.
don't remember that. You remember the horrible thing you said or the thing you threw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pan can't walk because his
Yeah.
fucking ankles
Yeah,
are
yeah.
like the size of his thighs, you know. It was
that's
so
funny.
brutal.
That's funny. Love a good rolled ankle.
Mm-hmm.
That's that meme, eh? I don't always roll a joint, but when I do, it's my ankle.
Yeah.
That fucking makes me laugh so hard. I did that recently. I rolled my ankle. I got up all hungover, go to take a piss coming out of the barn in Dundurn, and there'd been this doorway everybody was going through with the mini bikes all night, but it had kind of a hump, so they'd get hung up on it, and everybody's doing burnouts in it and digging down and digging down. So there's this little fucking hole just outside the door, and I step into it like all my weight, eat shit face first into the gravel, like first thing, and then I have to piss. So I got a full bladder. And I'm like, fuck my life. I'm lying there. But then I started laughing because I thought of that fucking meme as soon as I did. I'm like, that's pretty accurate. Yep, rolled it again.
Well, man, like, I have old skateboarding injuries. I was never a great skater, and every time I tried to do a fucking rail slide or something, I'd pop my ankles. I'd land on my ankles, and then they were weak from that point on, you know? And, you know, the fencing and all the other stuff kind of strengthened them, but, like, I can't fuck around too much with them.
I agree, man.
And-
I can't. Mine don't have. I go to a certain point and they're
Yeah.
just fucked.
Why?
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
it. It's,
So, yeah,
No more.
I was on Broadway one time, 5 Corners, and I went to cross the street, and it was a busy day. There was lots of people at the crosswalk, like probably, you know, maybe 8 people. And I stepped off the curb, and there was a pothole that was at least, you know, a half foot deep. And so where I thought the curb wasn't, and I went in, and I felt it go tok tok, you know, in and out of the joint. And I'm like, whoa, geez. So I skipped across the street, and I woke up holding on to the chain link fence, looking at the sky, because I passed out when I got there. And people are just sitting there looking at me that didn't see what happened. They just saw a guy skipping across the street and waking up on the street holding on to chain link. They probably thought I was all fucked up, but yeah.
Oh my fuck!
Yes.
It's just my incredibly weak ankles.
Yeah, I'm just an injured old man. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel your pain, man. And I think there's nothing funnier than seeing it happen too. You see
Jesus.
somebody go down hard on a twisted ankle.
Well,
It makes me laugh.
Dustin, one of our friends, we used to train with Dustin Silsler, does Defense Lab now in Saskatoon. He's a really good martial artist and just a touch harsh to train with. Like he likes to test things out on people, and he jammed my kneecap one time so bad. I was like, "Whoa, okay, you shouldn't practice like that because kneecaps are very tentatively placed on your leg, and once you fuck them up, they're really hard to
It makes
get
me
back in
uncomfortable
place."
just thinking about that now.
So I go home, I get cleaned up, I'm laying in bed, and it's all dark. And you know those moments where you just kind of stretch, and it's just a natural thing where your quads tighten, you know? You're like, "Ugh." Well, I passed out in the middle of the darkness from like the pain. I was like, "Whoa, that hurt!"
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I came back, and like, well, all I knew is like, "Wow, my leg hurts a lot. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?" I was having seizures, and I kept resetting what was going on, but I didn't know what had happened because I was in pitch blackness. So
Yeah.
I didn't. It was not like the light suddenly went out and I came back to seeing light. It was all in the blackness, and I'm like, "Wonder what the fuck? Wonder what the fuck? Wonder what the fuck? Wonder what the fuck?" And then suddenly I'm like, "What's going on? Is this what my consciousness is like now? I don't like this consciousness. What happened just now?" And I kindly put it back together that yeah, I passed out from the pain after stretching my kneecap after
Jesus
getting jammed up.
Christ, yep.
I'm too old for that shit now. Like hard jujitsu training or any of that stuff, I injure too easily, and it takes a long time for me to get back to functioning. You know.
Yeah. And it's not that much fun then.
I
when you're hurt all
skateboarded with the
time.
kid yesterday. My Achilles tendon's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, it's either telling me stop doing it or do it more.
Yeah, it's not the right amount.
Yeah,
This,
yeah.
This
you
is not
either
the appropriate amount.
need
Yeah.
to maintain it.
That's
or
always
just
do it more,
give
right?
up.
Nah, just keep doing it. Don't
Yeah,
stop.
shorter
Can't stop, don't
intervals.
stop.
Shorter intervals, not so long, and not once a year.
Yeah, right?
You know, she just got a big longboard, and she's like, "You want to go skate with me, Dad?" I'm like, "Yep," because I can skateboard. You want to skateboard with me? I should be the dad and go do the thing with my daughter. And my body lets me know you're getting older.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
45.
Gotta get after it, bud.
Mm-hmm. Just regularly maintain.
Mm-hmm.
Vital existence. This is my new one.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I like the way you do that.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we know? Do we know anything else?
I told Jose to show up and surprise us, and that fucker didn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would have been a surprise. A
Yeah.
pleasant one.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like, come on, challenge me, socialist. Let's have debates on your political.
Challenge me, socialist.
I love the guy, but like, I just like you and I bounce ideas off of each other. We do that at work, and lots of times he'll give me a vantage point of stuff that I haven't considered yet. And same thing when I talk to you. Actually, pretty much anybody I hang out with, I like it when you challenge me. Well, now, once upon a time, I didn't like it when people like interrupted my confirmation bias, but now I really appreciate it because I don't like having that tunnel vision.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you either learn and adapt, or you take it all in, and then still you're I was fucking right.
You communists
I
are
was,
full
I
of
was right
shit.
the whole time. Yeah,
No.
yeah, exactly, comrade.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of the funny thing, yeah. Where I've got a good friend, and I think I've talked about him before. He's a Catholic. He was a chaplain for the Masons. You know, he still very much believes in God, and he's one of my best friends. And well, he's kind of a conservative, so we bounce ideas off of each other left and right. I guess politically he's liberal, but he's got conservative values, so he'll give me a vantage point or something I've never considered before, and we do that back and forth, and I think we come away better from that conversation, having that other idea, as opposed to just an echo chamber of people that believe the same thing.
Well, you know what? And sometimes that's how people change their own minds when they're explaining their point of view to someone else, and they're doing it in detail, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Wait a minute, is that what I've been fucking doing? Is that,
I'm
is
full
that
of
really
shit."
what I think? Oh, God damn it! God, now that I had to say it out loud, I can't continue to say it. Or I'm gonna say it louder because I totally fucking believe it now.
So you have any idea what you want to do next week?
Next week, well, I mean, we can get this fucking 3-mic system fired up. Maybe we get a guest in.
Yeah, we got a guy. We've been holding
a
out for the
guy.
triple mic.
Right.
Hold 3 mics.
Yeah, because I want to hear him loud and clear.
Yeah, well, so will people that
Anyway.
listen.
Actually, you know what? Another thing we were talking
some
about
unpacking
at
that
the
needs to happen
band
on-
practice recently was like, well, we should do one with the band. And then it was like, well, you know, if we're gonna do that, then maybe we got to get more mics. We got to do a different setup. And then we're like, well, fucking, maybe we do it in the studio.
Oh, okay.
And maybe even have Mike LaFrench record a couple tunes for us while we're there. We can play a couple tunes and bullshit and.
Oh
just
man,
fucking-
we should fucking talk to that guy
It'd
about
be a-
being an entrepreneur and starting his own
Oh, he'd
business
be-
out of
he
the
would-
punk
yeah,
scene.
man. I just love fucking talking to Mike. It always makes me laugh. So
I got
that'd
all
be
kinds of shit I
perfect.
could call him on. Oh, I love him.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Maybe we do that first. Run that by him and see if that's something that fucking fits. Then maybe we
Move
get
the
together
cameras,
with the
do an
band and we
extra
do
little-
like a we do kind of like a
Live set.
a special event sort of fucking thing. Like
Well, let's
it'd
just
be out of the
book
realm
it,
for us.
and then make Mike be on our podcast whether he likes it or not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're paying for your time already, and then just totally don't show up at any of the musical shit. Just like corner him in the room. Hey, yeah.
Tell us your opinion on
It's the
it.
only way to get him. He's slippery.
The Bean, Mike the Bean. He was also in the Punch Drunk zine when I interviewed the Sneers. I interviewed.
Yes, you did. Yep. Yeah, just him talking
For
about
Rehashed.
rehashed and shit. Yep.
I think I might have copies of that. I'm gonna go take a look and see if I give you one to take home.
I've got one still kicking around
Oh,
some
okay,
fucking
good.
place. I hung on to it. Well, I didn't for a bit. Other people did. Like, you should hang on to this. I'm like, I don't know, fuck, because I never hang on to shit, right?
Yeah, I
Like,
wish
don't-
I did now.
Oh, fuck, dude. I've never had one of our Sneers T-shirts. You know what I mean? Just as an example. And we had a couple of them, and I just never fucking grabbed one. I kept, fuck, sell them to somebody else or whatever. Oh, it's mine. It's not mine. I don't want it. You know, it's my band. I don't wear it around. I feel like an idiot now, though.
There's a Facebook group called Saskatoon Punks from the 90s, and people are pulling up like demo tapes that I was part of in like 95, 97, and they have it and I don't.
Right?
Boy, I wish I
Yeah.
could hear that song again.
But it's not for you, man.
It's not for you. You gave it to the universe.
Yeah, exactly.
Walk away. The
You released
mandala's
it.
wiped away,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. All right.
I hope that catches on.
I'm going to do it. All right. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming out.
Well, any fucking time. I love you, man. And yeah,
Thanks for staying awake, Russ. We appreciate
do
it.
this again. Oh yeah, fucking check out our stuff. Facebook,
Podcasts,
fucking
or what?
Vimeo,
Check us out on podcast.
Spotify, iTunes.
Yeah, all that stuff.
I got a fucking.
Maybe we need a tech guy that can actually do those little logos on the videos, because I'm just a rudimentary motherfucker. Anyways,
Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
love you guys. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.